we think here? 205. 302 and 5. He hit 5 here. D going to be 302. Not going to be Troy. And going to be number 5X. Troy 5X. They're steers, they're brothers, they came right along now. You're going to be round of vaccines in them. You're going to be 330. Yeah, 330. And now 30, 30. You're going to be 330. Yeah, 330. You're going to be 330. And you're going to go to 320. Yeah, 322. And 25. You get time 5 here, 7 up here, 30. And you're going to go to 332. And you're going to go to 35. You're going to be 35. Yeah, 37 a bit 40. You're going to be 340. You're going to be 42. You're going to be 345. And 345. 7 up here, 347. 50. And you're going to go to 52. And you're going to 55. You're going to be 355. Yes, 7. And now 60. He's going to be 362 and 365. He's going to be 770, 370. Hit 2. You're going to be 75. Going to be 77, 80. And going to 382 and 385, 87. Now 90. He's going to be 392. He's going to be 395. Going to be 397, 4. Hit 4 bucks on him. You're going to be 397. Going to be 4. Going to be 4. Going to be 4. Going to be 4. 397. I'm going to be Todd on 6. You get him on Todd. You get him number 6. He's a 60-day wean steer now. 2 round shots in him. And you're going to be $3 on him. You get $3. You get 3. You're going to be $3 on him. You get 3. And you're going to get a 60-day wean steer now. $3 on him. 1. Get 301. Do it here. You're going to be 301. Get 1. You're going to be 301 bid. You're going to be 291. At 291. You're going to be 291 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 92. I got him in here. 91 2. You're going to be 291 2 3. Then you're going to go to 93 5. You're going to be 95 97. You're going to be now 3. Get $3 on him now. 2. You're going to be 302 and 302. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 305. You're going to be 305. You're 307. You're going to be 307 10. You're going to be 310. You're 310 10 10 10 10. You're going to be 307. You're going to be 10 307. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to be number 5 5. You Troy 55. Troy 55. Don, we started at 9 o'clock this morning. I tell you what, you're late, but you got here just in time. And you're going to be son of a tear. They're long-time wean guys. They're yearlings. They're heifers, and they're good now. You're going to be we want for them. $2. You're going to be $2 in 1. You get 201. You're going to be 201. You get 1. You're going to be 201 bid, 1 buy, then 2 1. You get 1. You're going to be $1.50, 150. You get 150, 50, $50, You're going to be 50 to bid, 50 to buy, 120, 120. He 120, 120, 120, $1.20, 120. You get 20 to bid, 20 to buy them. Yes, sir. If you buy them, guys, they got to be ID'd right here now. You bet. Dollar bill, $1. You get $1. You get 1. You're going to be dollar bill 1 1 1. You're going to be 75 cents a pound 6. You're going to be 77 80 82 to 85 87 to bid 90 to buy 92 to bid pound 7. You're going to be $2 102 5 105 7 up here and 10 110 110 10 10 10 12 112 15. You're going to be 17 120 120 120. Do it here 120. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 22 122 5 125 125 here. You're going to be 125 125 7. 127 to bid 30. You're going to be 30, 30, 30. 127. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 30. You're 32. I'm going to be 32, 35. 135, 37. 137 to bid 75. 135. You're going to be 7 up here. 135. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 7. 135. I'm going to be Kyle 55. You Kyle on 55. They're steers. They're good now. He gonna be 110, 110. He gonna be 10, 10, 10. He gonna be 10, 110. I figured so. 110, 110. He gonna be $80 too. 82. And I got a man here 5, 87 of it 90. They're gonna be 2. They're gonna be 95. Gonna be $1. You get 5, 10, 15, 20, 125, 125, 30, 135. He gonna do 135, 40, 145, 145, 145, 55, 145, 145. Yeah, 50, 155, 155. 155, 555, 155 here, 155, 155, 555, 60, 165, 170, 175, 180, 185, 190, 195. You get 195, $2. You're gonna be $2 on them. You get 2. I get 195. You get 2. You get 2. You get 2. 195. You get 2. You get 2. You get 2. You get 2. 195. And how do we charge him? Dietrich. X. You betcha. Dietrich X. Phil, you got some kids in here today too? Good. They're going to be, what? Yeah. Now you're gonna be long time wing guys. They're open right here now. You're gonna be 255. You're 255. You're 255 here. You're gonna be 255. You're gonna be now 60 down 55 65 and 265 72 272 275 77 280. You're gonna be 282. You're gonna be 285. You're gonna be 287. You're gonna be 287 90. You're gonna be 292 295. You're gonna be 297. You're gonna be 297 at 295. You're gonna be 297 of it 75. You're gonna be 295 97 295 Trent. You get up on 24X. You get up on Trent. You get up on number 24X. They're little heifers, and I like them now. Do you get to be the cold cattle guys? They're off their mamas. They're going to be all natural to you now. The heifers are going to be open to you. You're going to be $3 on them too. You're going to be 302. You get 5. You get them 305. Not going to be here. You're going to be 325. You get 5. You get 5 7. You get them 10. You get them 12 and 15. You get 17. You get 20. You're going to be 20 22. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 25 and 325. You get 2 0 5 here. You're going to be 325. High 7 and 327. You get 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. 337 40. You're going to be 340. You get 2. I'm going to be 345. Now 345 7 and now 58. He gonna be 350. You get 350 to be 50 to buy. He gonna be 350. Hit 47 58. He gonna buy 347. You're gonna have to remind me there. 347. What? Mahaffey. So about their big sisters. All natural off their mama's cold cattle now. Do you going to be at Do you going to be 315? Yeah, 315. He going to be 15. Yeah, 15. He going to be at 315. Yeah, 15. Now 16. I got a man here. 15, 16. Yeah, 17. 317. 18. At 318. Yeah, 18, 20. You're going to be 322. You're going to be 322. Yeah, 2. Both out here now be 322. And 322. He going to be 222. You're going to be 320. Mahaffey. You're going to be 320. You're going to be on Mahaffey. Off the mama, guys. She's guaranteed open to you now. You're going to be on 265. You get 265. You get on 265, 265. You get 5. You're going to be, he get about 265 here. You're going to be 251. On 251. He going to be 251 bid, 1 body. You're going to be down 251. You get 1. You're going to be down 2, 51, 2. Now you're going to be here down 3, down 5, now 7. Get him in 60, get him in 2. You get 5. 65 here, down 65, 67, 70. At 272. You're going to be 275. Going to be 277, 277. 80. Are you going to be 280? 280. I ain't going to be 280. Trent, what do you think here? Are you going to be 77, 80? 277, 80. Are you going to be 277, 80 here? Are you going to be 277? Paul, you want him on count in Paul on 4. Paul on 4. Be the brothers here. Do you gonna be done? Cemetery. You gonna be 325? Not gonna man 7 at 327. You're 32, 5, 7, 40, then 2, 5, 7, 50, 2, 5, 5, 7, 60, down 2, 2, 5, 7, 70, and 372, 375. You're gonna be 377, 80. You're gonna be 380, and 380. You're gonna be 82. You're gonna be 382, 85, 85, 87. You get 90. You're gonna be 92. You're gonna be 95. You're gonna be 97. You're gonna be 97, and 395. You're gonna be 397 of it. You're going to be 395, 97, 395, Mackey. I ain't going to be number 35, Mackey 35. I'll be the big brothers here. You're going to be, the boys, I like them now. You're going to be, Cemetery. You get 330. You get 330. You get 2. Now you're going to be 332. Now you're going to down here. You're going to be 332. You get 330 in the hall. You're going to be 2. Down be 332. And 332. You won't try them here. You're going to be 332. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. And now 5. You're going to be 35. Now 7. And now 40. You're going to be 342. You're going to be 345. 47 to mid 50. And 352. Down 355. 357 to mid 60. Now 62. And now 65. 67. 367. 70. And 372. 75. 377. 380. You're going to be 382. You're going to be 382. Get 2 to be 2. I get to be 382. 2. You're going to be 382. 380. Mahaffey. You get to be 380. Mahaffey. To the Cole family, guys. Appreciate you, folks. Nice cattle right there down. Gore Ranch, guys. 25 head of them right here down. Round of 8-way Fire Shield, guys. They're right off their mamas right here down. On you get a bit 288, 288, 288, 288, you get to be 275, 275, 6 here, you get to be 77, you get to be 277, 277, you get to be 76 here, you get to be 7, 277, you get 8, 78, 9, 980, you get to be 280, you get to be 282, 82, you get to be 285, you get to be 285, 85, 87, 287, 90, you get to be 292, you get to be 295, 295, you get to be 297, you get to be down 3, down 302, and 305, you get 305 here, you get to be down 7, 307, 75, and 305, you get to be 7 up here, you get to be 305, you get to be 7, now 305, 7, 305, I get to be Troy, I get to the number 5X, you get up on Troy, 5X. Big Stout and Good here. They're vaccinated now. And you going to be 272. You get 2. I'm going to be 272. Do you get to be 272? Do it here. Do you get to be 272? 272. You get 2, 2, 2. Do you get to be? Do you get about 272? 5. You get to be 277. 277. Down to 80. You get to be 282. You get to be 282. You get 2. Down 85 here. 85, 87. 287. 90. You get to be 292. You get to be 292. 95. You get to be 295. 292. You get to be 295 here. Do you get to be? Do you get about 292 and 2 and 5? Get to be 292. I get to be Troy. Hang on to the number. They were 6X. You get to be Troy 6X. On you get to be bit of on round shots in the meter now. Do you get to be bit of on 250? You get 250. I ain't gonna be 250 to be 50 to buy. Do you get to be 252? You get 2. I ain't gonna be 252, and I got a man here. I gonna be 252. Bit of on 2 on 252. Here we go. Here. Do you get to be 252? I ain't gonna be 2. I'm gonna be 2. Gonna be 2 on 252. Bit of on 252. 250. And that gonna be. I ain't gonna on Jerry. Get him on number 22 in Prague. Jerry 22 Prague. Do you get to be? They're all stairs here now. Do you get to be? Good kind now. Do you get to be? 310. Yeah, 310. You get to be 10, 10, 10. You get to be 310. You know, 11. You get to be 310, 11, 12. And you get to 13. You get to be 15. You get to be 15. You're 17. You get to be down 20. You get to be 320. And 320. And down 22. 322. And 321. You get to be 321, 2, 2, 2. You get to be 22, 3. You're 23. You get to be 333. And you get to go down 4. You get to be 25, 26 here. You get to be 26 high. You're 26. You get to be 6 here. You get to be 325. You get to be 6 here, 7. And 328. You get to be 328 at 8. Down 9, 9. High, hit 30. He going to be 330, 330. Hey, now 31 and 331. He going to be 331. A bid, 1 to buy. He going to be about 331 bid, 1 by 2. Down to 32 and 332. 2, 2, 2, 3. And going to be 34. He going to be 34 and 334, 5. He going to be 35 here. He going to be 335. He going to be 34, 35. He going to be 334. I going to be Troy. He going to be on 65. Yeah, maybe. Do you get a beat? He steered. Lighter brother down. He get a beat? Now 335. In 335. You get 35 here. Do you get a bit 335? You get a bit 335. It's 335. You get a bit 335 here. Down 35. 330. It's 330. You get a bit 331. I got a man here down. You go down 2. You get a bit 35. Get a bit 37. A bit 40. You get a bit 42. Get a bit 45. Get a bit 7. Get a bit 50. Get a bit 2. Get a bit 5. Get a bit 7. Get a bit 60. You get 2. 5. Now Sands. You get 7. It's 70. He get to be 72. He get to be 75. He get to be 77. Now 80. At 382, 85 here, 385, 87, 90. He going to be 392. He going to be 395. He 397. Going to be full bucks on him. He going to be full bucks here, 397. Going to be 4. Going to be 4. Going to be 397. Going to be 4. 397. I going to be Todd. Get him on 6. He get him on Todd 6. Oh, little heifers, they're off their mamas, they're all natural to you. You gonna be be the 100 cattle for you. They're gonna be 350. You get 350, you get 350, and 50 to be 50 to buy. You're gonna be 350 and 350. And you're gonna 50. You do it here down 350, 335 and 335. You're gonna be 335 here, 40. You're gonna be 345. You're gonna be 350. You're gonna be 55 now, 60, 365 and 370, 375, 380. You're gonna be 380. Trent gonna be 80. You're gonna be 375, 80 and 375, 80. You're going to be 375 here and 80s here, 375. Mahaffey. I ain't going to be 375. Mahaffey. On their steers here. You're going to be The Paula Reed's cattle guys are going to be 45 days. They got a round of shots and their steers. They're good now. On you're going to be on 355. You're 355. You get 5 here. You're going to be 355. You're 355. 5. You're going to be 355 here. You're going to be 345 and 345. You're going to be 345 here. You're going to be about 345. You're going to be 331 and 331. Now 2. You're going to be 32 bid 2 by. Now I got a bid here down 393 335. You're 37 to bid 40 342 345 and 345. Now 7 347. 50, you get to be 352, down 52, and now 5, 355 here, 7 here, now 60, you get to be 360, and 357, get to be 60s here, you get to be 357, 60, you get to be 357, I get to be Todd, get up on 44, you get up on Todd, you number 44. The Neb Hut cattle guys are right off their mamas. They got 2 rounds of vaccines on the cows now. You're going to be a bit of a down. She's heifer and she's good now. You're going to be 325. You're 325. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 325. And now 7 and 327. 27 now 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37 to bid 40. You're going to be 342 and 345. 347 now 50. You're going to be now 52 and pine. 357. It's 60. 362. 365. 65 7. 367. 367. 65 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 365. You're going to be 367. 365. I'm going to be Mahaffey. You get them on Mahaffey on their steers, and they're good here now. You're going to be you're going to be 2 rounds of vaccines on their mamas now. Their steers are good. They're going to be 330. Yeah, 330. You're now 330, 330, 30, 31. You're going to be 32, 35. You're going to be 37 a bit. At 37, sir. Now 40. You're going to be 342. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 347. You're going to be 352. You get 5, 7, 7, 7, 60. Now 265. And you're going to be 7. You're going to be 70, 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 77. And 377, 380, you're going to be 380, you're going to be 382, 85, you're going to be 385, 87, 387, 85, 87, 385 here at 87 up here, you're going to be 385, 87 to bid 7 about, you're going to be 385, 87, 385, and they're going to be Todd, get him on 6, Todd 6, be the brothers here, you're going to be 2 round shots on the cows now, they're steers, you're going to be on 315, and 315, you're going to be 17, you're going to be 17, 20, you're going to be 320, you get 2, I'm going to be 325, you're going to be 325, it's 7, and 327, 30. Hey, you're going to be 330 now, 2. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 335. You're 37 a bit, 337, and 35 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 335, 7, and 335. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be about 335, 7, 335. I'm going to be hanging up on Troy and hanging up on number. You said you're going to be a bit of on 65. I'm going to be working with a short wean in here now. She's a heifer. You're going to be down, 270. You get 270. You get 70s here. You're going to be 270. You're going to be 270. I'm 270. You're going to be 255. You're going to be 255 here now. 7. I got a van. 257. You're 55. You're going to be 760. You're going to be on 257. 70. You're 72. 75. 77. Now 80. You're going to be 282. You're going to be 285. 87 a bit. You get 90. You're going to be 92. You're going to be 292. You get 2. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be about 292. You're going to be 290. I got to be Trent. You get him on 24X. You get him on Trent on 24X. Nah, they're cut bulls here. Good ones. He going to be 262. You 2. I going to be 222. 262. I 262. I going to be 222. You going to be 242. I 242. I going to be 222. You going to be 242. I going to be 242. 10 3. I 243 4. You going to be 245. You going to be 247. You going to be now 50. You going to be 252. You going to be 252 5. You 255 5 5. You going to be 255. 255 here. 205 here. You going to be 252. I got to be Jerry. High number 10. You get up on Jerry on 10. On him. $2 a pound. You get it $2. 1. You get it 200. At 201. You get it 201 here. Then 201 bid. 1 buy. You get about 201. At 201. And bit of it on 170. You get 171. You get 2. 172. Now I got him in here. 172. 171. 23. Down 174. It's 74. 75. 176 here. 177. 178. 179. 180. 181. 81. 81. 2. 82. 2. 2. 5. 85. 87. You get 90. 190. 190. 192. 2. 2. 192. You get 2 to 2. You get to be 192. 2, 2, 190, gonna be 2, gonna be 2, gonna be 2, 190. All right, gonna be hanging up on Rob and make up number 10. You get Rob on 10, Rob 10. Big Stout Bulls here. Do you get a beat? 280. Yeah, 280. I get a 281. Do you get a 281 bid? One bow. Do you get a 281? 280. 81. Do you get a 281 bid? One bow. Do you get a 271? Do you get a 271 2? I got a man here. Do you get a 271 23? It's 74. Do you get a 75? You get a 76 here. Do you get a 77? 277 80. I get a 282. I get a 282. 282. I get a 222 12 223 283 83 and now 84 sir and 84 and 85. Get a 286 here and 86 higher 87. Get a 288. I get a 288. Get 89. You get a 289 here and 90. Get a 290 at 290. You get a 290 90 90. You get a 290. You get a 290. Get a 290. Get a 91. You get a 291 2. Get 92. I get a 291. Get a 2. Get a 2. Get a 2. Get a 2. 292 and 2. You get a 291. I get a CA. Get him on 66. CA 66. Heifers, guys, are 40-plus days on the weaning. Be the O'Neill cattle there open to you. You're going to be 40 days guaranteed open. And 310. Yeah, 310. You get 310, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 11. And 310, 11. I got them in here down. You're going to go 310, 11. You're 12. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 13. You're going to be 14. And 314, 14, 14, 14. And 14, 15. Now 16. You're going to be 17, 18, 13, 19. You're going to be 20. And 321. You're going to be 322. Down 3. Down 24, hit 25, 26 here, you're going to be 25, 26 higher, and now 7, you're going to be 327, you 8, and 28, and 9, and 9, and 30, you're going to be 30, 31, you're going to be 32, you're going to be 33, and 34, you're going to be 35 here, you're going to be 36 here, you're going to be 37, you're 38, I'm going to be 338 here, down 337, you're going to be 337, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 337, I'm going to be Todd, get up on 51, you're going to be Todd, get up on 51. You bet you guys. One with a little bump, one with short ears right here now. Guys, round of shots or steers are 40-plus days on the weaning. I'll sell them out there now. You're going to be sold two outside. You're going to be 275. You're 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. Do it here. You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 261. You're going to be on 261. On 261. One bid 41 2. Down 43. You're going to be 44. On 245. You're going to be 247. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 252. You're going to be 255. You're going to be 257. 260. On 260. I'm going to be 260. 257. You're going to be here. You're going to be on 62 on 265. 65 here, 265, 262 and 5, 5, 5, 5. You're going to be 205 here. You're going to be about 262 and 5, 262. All right, going to be Rob. I'm going to be number 10, Rob 10, Rob 10. You're going to be a bit of on guys. He's steered. I got an old broke ankle down there. But he is weaned now. I'm going to be $2 on him. You're $2 one. You're going to be 201 bid, one buy. You're going to be 201 at 201. And now 2. You're going to be 2 2. You're going to be 2 2 2. You're going to be 2 1 2 1 2. I'm bid 201. You're going to be 2 3 203 5. You're going to be 7. Going to be 207 10. You're 10. You're going to be now 12. You do it here 12 15. Now 15. You're 15. And you're going to get 15. Now 17. You're now 20. You're going to be 22. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 27. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 32. And 32 Sammy. And 32. You're going to be 32 2 2 232. And now 5. You're going to be 235. You're going to be 237. You're going to be 237 40. You're going to be 240. 242. You're going to be 242 and 2. You're going to be 242. You're going to be 240. I'm going to be Sam. You're going to be number 1. You're going to be Sam on 1. He's bull. He yearling now. Do you going to be guys? He came on a load of steers now. On going to be 235. Get 235. He going to be 235 here. Do you going to be 236? Are you going to be 36? Yes, 7. You're going to be 40. And going to be 240, 242. He going to be 242. On 242. I going to be 25. Going to be 245. Going to be 247. Going to be 247. Get 50. You're going to be 252. You're going to be 255. Going to be 255. On 257. 7 of it. 7 of 60. You're going to be 262. 262. Get 2. I ain't going to be not 222. You do it here. 5. 265. 265. 265. 7. 267. 265. You're going to be 7 up here. I'm going to be 265. 267. I'm going to be 265. 267. 265. I'm going to be CA number 8. And 88. CA 88. CA 88. On, you're going to be Hunter cattle. Billy Hunter's good cattle for you. They're going to be one raising, guys. Round of shots in them. They're right off their mamas here now, vaccinated off the cows. They're going to be you're going to be 315 and 315 and 15. Boys ought to be there now. 315. You 15. You're going to be 315. You 15 and 15 and 315 and 305. It's 105. 7. You're going to be 7 of it. 7 of 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 305. 7 and 305. You're going to be 7 up here. Down 305 here. You're going to be 7 of it. 7 of 5. You're going to be 710 and 310. You're 310. You're 310, 10, 10. You're going to be down 12 and 15 and 15 and 315, 17. You're going to be down 20. You're going to be 320 and 320 and 17, 18, 19, 19, 20 down 320 and 321. You're going to be 322. You're going to be 23. You're going to be 24. You're going to be 25 and 26 here. You're going to be 27. You're going to be 28. You're going to be 29. You're going to be 30 down 331 and 31. You're going to be 331 bid, one bite. You're going to be 331, 330. I'm going to be Troy. I'm making a number 5X. You get up on Troy, get up on 5X. On heifers, you're going to be round shots in them here now, right off the cows. And you're going to be you're going to be 291. You get 2. I ain't going to be 92. You're going to be 912, 912, 912, 912. 291, 2. I ain't going to be 2 bid, 2 bad. You're going to be 291. You're going to be 22, 85. On 285, 85 here. You're going to be 285. On 285, 85 here. 600. I got them in here. I got 8600. On 285, 86 here. You're going to be 285 here. You're going to be 6 in bid. Now 7, 88, 88, 8, 99, 89 here. Down 89. Get 90. You're going to be 99, 88, 90. You're going to be 290. You're 290. 89, 90. You're going to be 289, 90. You're going to be 289. I'm going to be Mackie. I'm going to be number. You're going to be 52. Mackie on 52. Mackie 52. And be the half brothers here now. Still a good Hunter cattle. Half brothers right off them now. Round of shots off their mamas. They're going to be on 322 and 322. Now I got them in here. They're going to be 322 and 320. Now 222. You're going to be 222. You're going to be 325 and 325. 27 to bid 30 and 332. You're going to be 35 and 35, 37. You're going to be 340. You're going to be 340. Get 2. I'm going to be 342, 342. 5. You're going to be 345 and 347. You're going to be 350. You're going to be 352, 225 and 355. 7 of it, 7 of 5, 7 of 7, 60 and 362. You 2, 5, 365, and 365, 7, 367 and 367. 7 of it, 7 of 5, 370. You're going to be 370. You 2. I'm going to be 372, 2. You're going to be 372. You 2 to be 2, 5. You're going to be 375. You're going to be 377. You're going to be 377 and 375. 7 up here. You're going to be 380. You're going to be 380 and you're going to be 382. 85. You're going to be 385 here. You're going to be 385, 87. 87 of it, 90. You're going to be 392 and 392. 2. You're going to be 392 and 2. You're going to be 390. Going to be Todd 6. Todd on 6. Todd on 6. I'm Billy. We appreciate you, sir. Nice cattle, but you're not going to move on to the sweet cattle for you. Home raised, guys. Round of shots in them here now. Long time waiting, guys. The heifers are all going to be guaranteed open to you. And you're going to be 360 and 360 and 360 and 60 to bid. You're going to be 360, 360. Pretty good kind here, boys. You're going to be 360 and 362. 2. Now I'm going to be here 5, 7. You're going to be 70. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5, 375 and 377. You're going to be 380. You're going to be 382. Now I'm going to be 385. You're going to be 387. You get 90. You're going to be 392. You're going to be 395. You're going to be 395, 97 and 397 forward and $4 on them forward and 402, 405. Yes, 7, 407 of it, 7 of 9. Now 10. Negative 14, 12. You're 12, and you're going to get a 14, 12, 12, 12, 14. You're going to be 12, you're going to be 12. You're 15, and 15, and 17. You're going to be done 20. You're 422. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 425. You're 27, 427 of it, 7 of 5, 425. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 425. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 7, 425. I'm going to be West. You're going to make them a 0. I'm going to be West on 0. Big Sisters, long time Wayne shots now. Do you gonna be a bit of on 330? Yeah, 330. And you're gonna 330. Yeah, 330. I ain't gonna be 30 to be in 30 to bomb. You're gonna be 330. You're gonna be 330. At 320. You're gonna be 320 to bid one. You're gonna be 321. I got a man here. You're gonna be 321. At 321. You're gonna be 321 bid two. Down 2225. You're gonna be 25 27. And 330. You're gonna be 32. You're gonna be 35. You're gonna be 37. 40. You're gonna be 342. And 345. You two here 5 here. You're gonna be 342. You're gonna be 5. You're gonna be 342 and 5, 342. I gonna be Todd 51. He gonna be Todd. You 51. Oh, Light Sisters here. He gonna be long time Wayne on them. And they're going to be 425, long time Wayne, 425, yeah, 425, and 5 here, they're going to be 425 here, they're going to be 425, 385, yeah, 385, 86 here, now you're going to enter down 386, 86, down 385 here, down 6 up here, you're going to be 385, 6 down 87, 87, 88, you're going to be 90, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 95, you're going to be 97 to bid, $4 on them now, 402, yeah, 405, you're going to be 7 up here, and 10, 14, 12, now 15, now 17, yeah, 20, 420, 20, 20, you're going to be 17, 20, yeah, 417, you're going to be 20, 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 417. I'm going to be Mackey, get him on 32. Mackey on 32. Still a good sweet cattle, guys. Home raised, round of shots, long time weaned here now. You're going to be, but I'll be a steered weaned. And you're going to be 365. You're 365. Pounds, 87, 387, 70. You're going to be 72, 375, and 375. And 205. You're going to be 377. You're going to be 380, and 382. You're going to be 382, 85, 87 to be 387. You're 90. You're going to be 92, 392. You're 395. You're going to be 395, 97. You're going to be 397. You're $4 on them. You're going to be 402. I'm going to be 402. You're 2. I'm going to be 2 to bid 2, 4025, and 405, and 407, 7 to bid 7 about 10, 410, if 410. I'm going to bid 10, 10, 10, 12, and 412, if 15, and you're going to get 15, and you're going to get 412, now 13, if 13, now 14, and you're going to get 15, and you're going to get 16, you're going to be 17, 18, 18, 19, you're going to be now 20, you're going to be 21, you're 22, you're going to be 23, and you're going to get 23, you're 22, 23, and you're going to get 422, you're going to be 3, 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 422. I'm going to be Todd, get him on number 60. I'll be Light Brothers here, long time Wayne, round of vaccines, and them guys are steers, and they're good now. You're going to be 450. Yeah, 450. I 50 to be 50 to bound, 450. Yeah, 450. And you're going to get 450. And you're going to get 425. Yeah, 425. Now 7. I got them here down 25, 7. Yeah, 30. And you're going to get 32. And you're going to get 432. Yeah, 32. Both not here down. You're going to get 432. Yeah, 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 40. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. Yeah, 47. Now 50. And you're going to get 52. And you're going to get 55, 57 of it, 60. Yes, 62. 2, 2. Down going to be 462. Yeah, 2. High going to be 2, 2. 5, 5, 5, 465. 2, 0, 5 here. He going to be 462. 2, 5 here. He going to be 462. I going to be Jerry on 5. He going to be Jerry on 5. A long time Wayne steer here down. He gonna be down, but a bit on 405. Hit 405. Hit 405 here. He gonna be down 405. Hit 5. Hit 5 here. He gonna be Jerry. Stick him on there. He gonna be 405. Hit 5. He gonna be 405 here. He gonna be 390. Hit 390. Hit 391. I got him in here down. He gonna 391. Hit 390, 91. He gonna be 391 bid. One bound. He gonna be 392. Down. He gonna be 93. He gonna be 95. He gonna be 97. He gonna be now 4. He gonna be now 2. Down 402. Hit 2. I ain't gonna be 222. He gonna be 402. Hit 2. I ain't gonna be 2. 2, 2, 2. You're going to be $4, and I'm going to be Todd. You're going to be number 44. You're going to be Todd, 44. Little heifer, he gonna be it's a steer. He's a boy. It's a steer there. He's Wayne. And he gonna be $1,000 on him. You get that another 1,000 quarter. He gonna be 10 a quarter. And I got him in here down 10 a quarter. Get 10 a quarter high, 10, 50, 75, 1100, 11 a quarter, 11 a high, 11, 75, 12. Get 12 and a quarter. He gonna be 12 and a high, 12, 50. He gonna be 12, 75. Gonna be 12, 75. Get 12, 50. He gonna be 12, 75 here. He gonna be 12, 75. Wes, you bidding over there? 12, 50, 12, 75, 12, 50. I'm not gonna be Rob. Get him on 0. Yeah, bit of a bone. Are you gonna be buy him and love him right here now? Are you gonna be what do you want there? On Cemetery. On you gonna be 255. Yeah, 255. You gonna be 255 here. You gonna be about 255. $2 on him. You gonna be $2 on him. You gonna be $2. You $2 on him. You want to sell him by the head? You say you gonna be on 500. You 500. You 555. You gonna be 500. He gonna be 350. That's by the head now. 350. $50. You're gonna be 350. You're 350. You're gonna be 350 to 50 to buy. You're gonna be $200 by the head. Now 2 1/4. You're gonna be 2 1/4. Did you get it there, Kyle? You're gonna be 2 1/4. You're 2 1/4. Got him there. You're gonna be 225. You're gonna be 225. You on time? 225. 50. At 275. You're gonna be down 275 and 275. At 275. 300. You're gonna be 3 1/4. You're gonna be 3 high. 350. 375. At 400. You're gonna be 4 1/4 and 4 1/4 high. 450. 450. 450. You're gonna be about 425. Lorenzo. To the Sweet family, you sitting here with us? Guys, if you guys are watching online there, we appreciate you. Nice cattle you brought us today. Be Jerry Holt's cattle guys sitting right here with us now. They're going to be home raised, got a round of vaccines in them here now. They're going to be 45-plus days on the weaning block. Mr. Holt sitting right here with us, guys. Always sends goods to town right here now. They're going to be a bit on 380. Yeah, 380. I ain't going to be 380s here. They're going to go 380. That's 380. I am 382. I ain't going to van. You're going to be 382. 85. You're 387. A bit 390. You're going to be 392. You're going to 395. Yeah, 395. 205. You're going to 397. You're going to be 397. 4. Hold your gate there. Now 402. Yeah, 402. 5. Going to be around 407. You're going to be down 10. 14, 12. 412. Down 15. You're going to be 17. You're 20. You're going to be 2022, 10, 422, you 5, 427, to be 7, about 30, and 430, you're 430, you're going to be 27, you're going to be 30, 32, you're going to be 32, and 432, I'm going to be 2, 2, 2, you're going to be 432, and 2, you're going to be 432, 2, 2, you're going to be 430, I'm going to be Wes, and I'm going to have a number 0, I'm going to Wes on 0. All right, guys, little steer, guys. He's on them heifers over there. We're going to sell him at your now. He's 45 days wean. Got a round of shot. Still a good Holt cattle now. 450. You get 450. All right, 50. Guys, a little steer outside the gate right there. 450. You get 450. All right, 50. 450. 425. You get 7. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 35. You're 35. You're going to be 435 here. Mahaffey. You're going to be 35. 7. You're going to be 40. 40. You get 2. You're going to be 45. You're going to be 47. You're going to be 50. Down 50. You get 2. Down 5. Now, a bit of a 7, 60, you're going to be 62, down 65, and you're going to be 7, you're going to be 770, you're going to be 72, you're going to be 472, you get 2, I'm going to be 2, 2, you're going to be 472, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, 470, I'm going to be Jerry on 5, you get him on Jerry, number 5. Oh, she's heifer. She's 45 days here. She's open to you. Look like a yearling now. You're going to be on 260. On 260. You're going to be 260. You're going to be 260. I'm 260. I ain't going to be 260. He going to be, she's open to you now. 260. I 260. He going to be 260. He going to be 251. He going to be 251. You won. You going to be 251 bid, one buy. You going to be, you about 251. 2, 2, 2. You 53. Down to go to 54. Down to go to 55. You 56 here. You going to be 57. And 57 8. 8, 8, 8, 8. And 57 8. I 257 8. 8, 8, 8. 9, 9, 9. 61. You going to be 62. 63. He going to be 63, 3, 4. Down to get 4, 65. 6 here. 66 higher. And 66, and now 6 here, 7, yeah, 67, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, high, yes, 70, he gonna be 272, he gonna be 272, yeah, 2, I ain't gonna be 2, gonna be 2, gonna be 2, gonna be 2, 270, I ain't gonna be hanging on Troy, I number 8X, Troy, 8X. Go ahead, Prager, please. Be the brothers, come right along, guys. They're 45 plus days. Still a good Holt cattle now. They're going to be on 430. Yeah, 430. They're going to go to 32. They're going to go to 432. Yeah, 2. 5. Going to be 435. Going to be 37. They're going to be 40. Going to be 2. Going to be 5. Going to be 7. Going to be 50. Yeah, 450. They're going to go to 752. They're going to go to 55. They're going to go to 57. Now 60. 460. Yeah, 462. They're going to be 222. They're going to be 65 here. Down 65, 67. And now 70. They're going to be 70, 70, 70. Hands are going to be 7, 70. Yeah, 470. 70 here, 70, he going to be 67, 70, he going to be 67, 70, 467. I going to be Mahaffey. I going to get him on Mahaffey. Mr. Holt, appreciate you as always. Nice cattle right there, sir. I'll be the Matthew cattle guys. They're long time Wayne. She's guaranteed open to you now. 272, do you get a 222? Hit 272, I get a 222, do you get a 272? I 272, I get a 222. Yerlin, she's open now. 272, hit 2, I get a 222, do you get a 262, do you get a 265? I got a man 7, you 70, you get a 272, I 275, you get a 277, 280, I get a 280, I 280, are you 77, 8, 9, 9, 9, 8, 9, 9, 80, you get a 280, I 280, I get a 280 divided 1, you get a 281, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 84, and 84, 9, 4, 4, 4, and 83, 94, then going to be 283, 94, and you're going to be 283. I going to be Jerry, you're going to have a number, you say 22 and Preg, you're going to have on Jerry, 22 Preg. On Heifer, Yerlin, are you going to be guaranteed open to you? And you're going to be a bit of a on. Thank you. You're going to be $2 1. 201. I'm going to be 201 bid 2. You're going to be 3. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. 15. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're 22. You're going to be 25. 27. 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35. And 37 of it. 40. You're going to be 242. You're going to be 245. 7 of it. Now 50. 252. 225. You're going to be 255. 255. 2 5 here, you're going to be 252 and 2 and 5 here, you're going to be 252, 2 5 here, you're going to be 252. I'm going to be Geronimo. I ain't going to on Geronimo. On he's a bull here. You're going to be you're going to be 255. You're 255. You hit 55 here. You're going to be 255. On 255 and 5 here. You're going to be 255. 5 5. You're going to be 255 and 255. You're going to be 255 here. Your own time there for 240. At 241. I got him in here too. You're going to be 243. You're going to be 244. You're going to be 245 and 245. 4 here. 5 here. 600. It's 7. You're going to be 247 and 247. 7 of it. 7 8. You're going to be 249. You're going to be now 50 and 251. You're going to be 252. You're going to be 252, 51, 2. I get to be 251. You're going to be 2, get to be 2, get to be 2, get to be 2, get to be 2, 251. I get to be CA, get him on 66, CA 66. He's bull. Now you're going to be now you're going to be 235. Yeah, 235. You're going to be 235 here, 6 here, down 35, 36 higher. It's 7. You're going to be 38. You're going to be 39. You're going to be 239. Hit 9, 9, 940. You're going to be 240. You're going to be 241. You're going to be 241. Hit 1. You're going to be down 2. You're going to be 243. And you're going to be 243. Hit 3, 4. And you're going to be 244. And you're going to be 245. You're going to be 245. Hit 6 here, down 46 higher. At 245. You're going to be 6 here, down 7. You're going to be 247. You're going to be 247. Hit 8. I'm going to be 248, 9, 9, 950. You're going to be 250. You're 951. You're going to be down 2, 2, 2, 52. You're 3. Down, you're going to go down 54. Down 55 here. Down 56 higher. 56 here. Down 56 here. Down 7. Negative 57, 8, 8, 8, 8. 57, 8. I'm going to go 257. Negative be CA. Give number 88. Negative on CA 88. On right off their mamas, they're all natural to you. Their heifers are open to you now. Do you get to be a bit of on 302 and 302? I get 222. Do you get to be 302? Hit 2. I get to be 302 right off her mama. She's all natural to you. 302 and 302. I get to be 222, 302. Try on there. 302. Hit 2. I get to be 302. Do it here. Do you get to be 285 at 285, 87. I get to be here. I get to be 285, 87, 90. Hit 2. 5, 7, 3, 2, 302 and 302. I get to be 2. Get to be 2. Get to be 2. Get to be 2. Down 302, 325. 305, 7 up here, 307, you're going to get him 10, you're going to get him 12, and you're going to get 312. Yeah, 310, 12, and you're going to get 310, they're going to be Trent, you're going to get him 24X. Heifer open on 245. At 245, you're going to be 245 here. She's open to you now. 7 and 247, 52, 5. Going to be 255. Is 7, 257 and 57, 7 and 255. You're going to be 7 up here. Down 55 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 255, 7. You're going to be 255. I'm going to be Jerry 22 and Freger. Jerry 22 Preg. They're going to be bulls. They come right along now. You're going to be off their mamas. They're all natural to you. You get 325. You're 325. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 327. You're 7 about 325. You're going to be 7 and 327. You're 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 310 and 310. 12, 15. You're going to be 15. You're 15, 17. You're going to be down 20. You're going to be 320 and 320. And you're going to go to 17, 22. And you're going to go to 25. You're going to be 325 and 325 out in the ring here. You're going to 205 and 325, 7 and 27, 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35 and 35, 37. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37 and 335. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 335. I'm going to be JW5. You're going to be on JW and number 5. Guys are going to be the Walker cattle. They're off their mamas. They got a round of vaccines in them. 355. Yeah, 355. Yeah, 55 here. They're going to be 355 here. They're going to be 355. Vaccinated now. 355 and 355. You're going to be 55 here. They're going to be 335. Now going to be 740. You're going to be 222 and 345. Going to be 7. Going to be 50. Going to be 2. Going to be 5. Now 7 and 357. Bit of a 7. Bit of a 7. 355. You're going to be 7 up here. 60 now 2. 62. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7 and 70. You're going to be 372. You're going to be 375. You're going to be 377 and 380. You're going to be 382. You're going to be 382. 82. I'm going to be 22. 25. 85. 85. 87. Hit 90. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 95. You're going to be 97. You're going to be 397. Hit 4. And hang it on 2. 5. 4. 5. 7. You're going to be on 10. Now 12. 4. 12. Hit 15. And you're going to be 15. 4. 12. You're going to be 15. 15. 15. You're going to be 4. 12. I'm going to be Mahaffey. 4. 12. Mahaffey. On their steers. They're good. They're vaccinated. On you're going to be on 300 and on 110. At 310. You're going to be 10. 10. 10. And you're going to be 310. At 310. I'm going to be 10. 10. 10. You're going to be 310. And $3. 1 round of shots, guys. $3. 1. Hit 2. You're going to be through 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 2. 2. 3 on 1. 2. Hit 2. I'm going to be 2. Round 3. You're going to be 3. 3. 3. You're going to be 3. 4. 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. 15. You're going to be 17. Hit 20. You're going to be 322. You're going to be 325. You're going to be 325. Hit 2 0 5. You're going to be 322 and 2 and 5. You're going to be 322. Mackey. And 322. Mackey. Get up a number 55. Mackey 55. You hit Mackey 55. To the Walker family, thank you, folks. We appreciate you. That'd be all your cattle right there. I'll be the RJ Kelly guys. Their yearlings are guaranteed open to you. E325, you 325, you're going to be 325 here to open to you now, 325, you 325, you're going to be 325 here, you're going to be 295, at 295, you're going to be 295 here, you're going to be 295, at 295, you're going to be 291, you're going to be 291, 2, 912, 2, you 2, you're going to be 91, 2, you're going to be 291, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, you 2, you're going to be 291, you're going to be Troy, you're going to have a number, you're going to be number 1X, Pregum, please. On you're gonna be Yearlings open. You're gonna be on 312 and 312 and 312. You're gonna be 312 and 312 and 312. You're gonna be 12. You're gonna be 290. You're 290. You're 290 90. You're gonna be 290 to be 90 to bomb. You're gonna be 290. You're 290. You're gonna be 290. You're gonna be 280. 280. I'm gonna be 281. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be 281. You're 2, 3, 5, 7. You're gonna be 90. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 5, 97. You're 3. You're gonna be 302. You're gonna be 305. You're gonna be 305 7. Hit 10 and 3 10 10 10. You're gonna be 7 of it 10. You're gonna be 307 10. Hit 10. High gonna be 10 10 10. You're gonna be 307. They're gonna be Trent. You're gonna be on 24X and Preg them, please. Hit Trent 24X Preg. All crossbred and a good one here. They're gonna be on you're gonna be you say 230. You're gonna be 231. You're gonna be 231. Hit 31. Hit now 2. You're gonna go to 33. You're gonna be 35. You're gonna be 37. You're gonna be now 40. You're gonna be 242 and 245. You're gonna be 7 of it. 247 52. 2 and 5. 255 7. You're gonna be 60. 262. 262 and 262. Now you're gonna be 2 2 2 2. You're gonna be 262. Now you're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 2. 260. I'm gonna be Rob and make up a number 10 10. Rob 10. Rob 10. Sheet heifer, and you're going to be open to you. You're going to be 255. At 255, you're going to be 255. You're going to be 255. At 255, you're going to be 255. 41. You're going to be 241. Hit 1. You're going to be 241. You're going to be 1. You're going to be 241. You're going to be, you say 220. 220. At 220, you hit 220 to bid 20 to bomb. You're going to be 220. You're going to be $2 on her, not that door. $2 1. At 201, you're going to be 201 bid, 1 buy. You're going to be 170. 171. You're going to be 170 bid 1 2. 173, 175, 177, 177, 80, 180, 180, 180, 180, 182, 82, 85, 185, 87, 190, 192, 195, 197 of it. Hit $2 on her. You're going to be $2 your 2. You're going to be 202 at 202. Now 5. You're going to be 205 at 205. In 5 7. You're going to be 7 of it. 7 on 10. You're going to be 210 at 210. You get 12 and you're going to be 212, 212, 212. You're going to be about 210, 12, 210. Geronimo. On open heifer, you're gonna be 290. Get 290. You're gonna be 290. She's open now. 290. Yearling 290. 290. 290. Get 290. You're gonna be 280. How you gonna be 281? 281. 81. How you gonna be 281 bid? One bound. You're gonna be 281 2. 2. Now gonna be here down 281 2. 81 2. You're gonna be 281 23. 83 3 4. 84 85. 85 here and 86. 86. 87. 87 8. And 289 9. Get 90. You're gonna be 291. You're gonna be 292. You're gonna be 92 3. You're 94. And you're gonna be 95. You're gonna be 95 here. 94 95. It's 294. And you're gonna be 95 here. You're gonna be 95 here. You're gonna be 294. And you're gonna be Troy. Got number 1X and Preg. They're yearlings. They're open to you now. And you're going to be 280. You get 281. That 281. You're going to be 281 bid, one bound. You're going to be 281 bid, one bound. You're going to be 281. On 281. You're going to be 281 bid. You're going to be 281. Yearlings are open now. You're going to be 281. On 281. You're going to be 271. You're going to be 271. 222. On 272. On 2222. Yes, sir. You're going to be 271. 2. 1 2 2 2 2. You're going to be 271. You're going to be 2 3 4. You're going to be 74. You're going to be 75. You're 76 here. You're going to be 76. 77. 8, you're gonna be 78. You get 8, 9, 9, 9, 80. You're gonna be 280. On 281, 81, 81, 81, 2, 82, 2, 2, 2, 3, 83, 3, 4. On 284, 94, 95. Get 85, 86 here. 86 higher, 85 and 6, 7, 88. On 89 here, 89, 90. You're gonna be 290. 91, you're gonna be 91, 2. You're gonna be 93. You're gonna be 94. You're gonna be 94. On 294, 5. You're gonna be 95 here. 96 higher. You're gonna be 97. You're gonna be 97. At 297, 96 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. 296, 97. On 296. You're going to be 97 up here. You're going to be 296. Now going to be Troy. And number, did you say 1X? You're going to Preg. Troy, 1X Preg. Their yearlings are open to them. And you're going to be 245. You're 245. You're going to be 245 here. You're going to be about 245. You're 600. You're going to be 245. 6 here. You're going to be 245. You're going to be 6 in bid. You're going to be 245. 600. At 241. 2. Now going to be 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7. You're 47, 8. And you're going to be 49. Now 58. You're going to be 250. At 252. You're 252. You're 252. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 255. 55. And 3, 4. And you're going to be 5. And you're going to be 55. And now 6 here. It has 7. Now 87. You're 57. You're 7, 8, 8, 8. Down 259. 9, 9. You're 68. You're going to be 260. You're 9 here. Down 60s here. You're going to be 259 here. You're going to be 60. You're going to be 259. I'm going to be CA. Number. You're going to be, you say 29. Preg. And on. On the Yearling Steers, they come along now. You're going to be 10, you're going to be 305. You're 305. You're 5 here. You're going to be 305 here. Down 305. You're 5. You're going to be 305 bid. 5 body. You're going to be 305. Do it here. You're going to be 305. You're 305 and 6 here. Down 306 higher. You're 305 down 6 here. Now you're going to be here. Down. You're going to be 305. 306 higher. You're going to be 305 here. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 305. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 305. I'm going to be Camp. You're going to be number 75. You're going to be on Camp on 75. High steer yearling now. You're going to be 282. On 282. You're going to be 222. You're going to be 282. You're 2. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 222. You're going to be 282. 282. You're going to be 271. On 271. You're going to be 271 bid. 1 bound. You're going to be 271. On 271. You're going to be 271 bid. 1 bound. You're going to be 260. Walk him now. 261. I got a man. You're 2, 5, 7. You're going to be 70. On 272. You're going to be 272. I'm going to be 272. You're 2. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 272. You're going to be 272 and 2. You're going to be 270. I'm going to be hanging on Troy, number 9. You're going to be Troy, number 9. I'll steer crossbred and a good one. You're going to be 250. You're 250. I'm going to be 250 to 50 to bound. You're going to be 250. I'm 250. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 241. 251 2. You're 3. 255. You're going to be 257. You're going to be 257. 60. 260. I'm 260. I'm 260. 57. You're going to be 60. You're going to be on 222. You're 5. 265. 267. 267. 67. 70. You're going to be 270. You're going to be 270. I'm 270. You get 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 271. 2, 2, 2. And 72. He gonna be 2, he gonna be 2, 271, you're gonna be 2, gonna be 2, gonna be 2, 271. I'm gonna be hanging on Rob, you're gonna be number 10, Rob 10. He just short little ears on him there down. He going to be 260. Yeah, 260. He gonna be 260. He gonna be 260. On 260. He gonna be 260 here. He gonna be 260. He gonna be 250. And now one. He gonna be 251 here. He gonna be 251. Yeah, one. I gonna be here. Down. Gonna be 251. 2, 3, 253. Yeah, 3, 3, 3, 5. 55 here. 55. Yeah, 7. He gonna be 257. 57. 60. 260. Yeah, 2, 2, 2, 2. They're going to be down 5. 265, 265, 5, 7. 267, 70. They're going to be 270. Yeah, 2, 272 and 2, 5. Going to be 275. 275. 205 here. They're going to be 272. They're going to be 275 here. They're going to be 272. I going to be Troy and make up a number. They're going to be number 9. Troy number 9. To the RJ family, guys, we appreciate you folks. Nice cattle right here now. Move on to some wean ones here now. Be the gross cattle. Be 90 head of these things sorted up for you guys. They're home raised. They're good. Vaccinated. 60 plus days on the weaning now. All the heifers are going to be guaranteed open to you. Nice little 60-day wean cattle right here now. You're going to be vaccinated. You get 415. You get 15. 15. Do it here down. 415. You get 15. 15. Now 17. You're going to be 17. I going to be in here. 417. You 17. 15 high. Now 17. You 17. 20. You 422. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 27. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 32. You're 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37. You're 40. You're going to be 40. You're 2. And 42 bid. 2 by for 42. 5. You're 45. You're going to be 45 here, and 42, 45. If for 42, you'd 5 here, down for 42 here, 5 here, you're going to be for 42, going to be 5, going to be 5, going to be 5 for 42. I'm going to be Jerry on 3, you're going to be Jerry on 3. Just a notch bigger right here now. Little wheat pickers now. He gonna beat him. Be 22 head of them. He gonna beat him. Cemetery. He gonna beat him. 60 plus days, guys. 60 plus days vaccinated. He gonna beat him. On 405. Hit 4-5 and 5 here down. 5 here. He gonna be 4-5. Hit 5. Hit 5 here. And gonna be 5 here down. Now 7. He gonna be 4-7. Hit 7. 7 5. 407. I got him in here down. 407. Hit 7. Hit 5 here. Yes sir. 7 10. He gonna be 10 10 10 12 down 15. He gonna be 17. Hit 20, he gonna be 22, he gonna be 25, gonna be 25 7, hit 27 30, he gonna be 30 30 30, then gonna be 430, and 27 32, he gonna be 32, he gonna be 432, hit 2, down to 35 here, he gonna be 35, hit 432 and 5, he gonna be 35 here, he gonna be 32 35 here, and 435, hit 35 5, he gonna be 432 and 5, 432, and I'm gonna be Jerry on 3, hit Jerry hand number 3. They're going to be 60 plus days. Round of shots in right around. They're open to you. They're going to be thin and good. They're going to be they're going to be 312 and 312. And you're going to 312. Hit 12. You're going to be 312 and 12 and 12. And you're going to 312. Hit 12. You're going to be 312 and 12. And you're going to go 13. And you're going to 13 14. Now 15. You're 16. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 25 7. Hit 30. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 32 5. And 35. You're going to be 35 here. You're going to be 335 and 332 and 3, 333 and 33, 332 and 2 and 3, 332. I gotta be Todd, get him on 51. You gotta be Todd, get him on 51. On 60-day heifers here, guaranteed open to you. You're going to be you're going to be 305. Hit 305. You hit 5 here. You're going to 555. And you're going to 305. You hit 5 way up now. You're going to be 305. You hit 5 here. You're going to be 305. Hit 305. You're going to be 295. You're going to be 295. Hit 295. You're going to be 295. Being 5 bound. You're going to be 295 here. You're going to be 280 and 95 there. At 296 and now 6 here. You're going to be 95 here. You're going to be 6 up here. You're going to be 295. 600. Hit 295. You're going to be 295 6. 295. Now going to be Todd. Same way, send him right along. Todd 51. Hit Todd. You number 51. Yeah, man. You say steered. You're gonna be tear down. I like him. He gonna be he. You said. 310. Yeah, 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310. You get 10. I ain't going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. And you're going to get $3 on him. $3 one. At 301. You're going to be, he going to buy 290. Hit 290. You're going to be 290. You're going to be 290, 290, 290. You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be, 275 here. You're going to be 275. And 275. You're going to be, 255. You're going to be 255. 255. 250 on the 7-weight steer outside, guys. Take 255, 6, 7, 257, 8, and 58, 9. It's 60. You're going to be 260. 260. I 261. Negative 261 here. Do it here. Negative 261. 2. Hit 2, 3, 5. Negative 65. Negative 7. 67. Negative 70. Negative 70. I 267. 70. Negative 267. Negative CA. Number 88. Guys are still weaned 60-plus days, and they're vaccinated now. Still a good gross cattle. How you going to be? He going to buy celebratory boys. He going to be bit of a 455. Not to be there. 455. If 455, 5, 55, 60, 460. If 460. Now 5, 465. Now 70, 475. 475, 80. How you going to be 485? Going to be 485, 90, 495. Going to be 495. If 495 and 495, you're down $5 on them. If 5, if 495, not 5. If 5, $5 on them here. You're going to be 495, could have been 5, could have been 5, could have been 5. Hit 505, hit 505 here, then 510. Hit 510, 507, hit 7 of it, 7 of 5, 507, hit 7. Hit 505 here, D, gonna be 7 up here, 505 here, D, gonna be 7 of it, 7 of 5, 505, gonna be 7, gonna be 7, gonna be 7, 505. I gonna be Jerry 5. You gonna be Jerry on 5. Be the big brothers. He gonna be their steers. They're 60 days right here now. He gonna be 10. He gonna be for 45. Hit 45. Hit for 45 here. He gonna be for 45. Hit 45. 45 here down for 45. Hit for 45. Hit 5 here. He gonna be for 45 here. Work's done here now for 45. Hit 45. Hit 5 here down for 45. He gonna be for 35. Hit 35 and 35. He gonna be 37. He gonna be 37 of it 75 and for 35. He gonna be 7 up here for 35. 7 40 and 42. He gonna be 45. Hit 47 and 47 50 down 52 down 52. Hit 2. 452. Hit 2. He gonna be 2. He gonna be 2. 2. 2. He gonna be and 450. I gonna be Trent. He gonna be on 23. And gonna Trent on 23. Big stout steers here. They're gonna be 60-plus days on them. 342. How you gonna be 2? He at 342. He gonna be 222. He gonna be 342. You on time here. He gonna be 342. Hit 2. I ain't gonna be 342. He gonna be 222. He gonna be 342. I'm 342. I gonna be 2. He gonna be 2. He gonna be 35. And 335. 6 here. And I gonna be here down. He gonna be 36 higher. And 335. And money's out here. He gonna be 335 here down 6 here. He gonna be 35. 6 higher. Hit 37. He gonna be 30. He gonna be now 40. Now 2. 342. And 342. 5. Gonna be 347. He gonna be 347. And 345. Hit 7 up here. You're going to be 345 here. You're going to be 7 of it, 7 of 5. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 347. You're going to be 345. I'm going to be Todd 44. You're going to be Todd. You get number 44. To the Gross family, guys. Appreciate you, folks. Nice cattle right there now. Murphy Landon cattle guys off their mamas. Round of shots. The heifers are going to be open to you. Hit 750. Hit 750. Now 800. Hit 8. 8 a quarter. 8 a quarter. 825. 825. 825 here. You're going to be 25, 50, 75. 9 quarter high. 75,000 quarter high. Hit 75. 11. 11 quarter. 11 a quarter high. 11 has 75. 11 75. 12. Hit 1200 quarter. Hit 12 and a quarter. Hit 1200 quarter. Hit 12 and a quarter. You're going to be 12 and a quarter. 12 and a quarter. You're going to be 1200. Mackey. Hit 1200. Get on Mackey on 32. Heifers off the mamas right here now. You're going to be time on 355. Hit 355. You hit 55 here. You're going to be taking about 355. And 355. 555. Hit 355. 355. 555. 57. And 357. Here. You're going to be 7 up here. I'm going to be here. You're going to be 355. 7. And 355. You're going to be 7 up here. And 55 here. You're going to be 7 of it. 7 of 5. You're going to be 355. 7. 355. Mackey. I ain't going to number 42. Mackey. You hit number 42. 310. How you going to be 310? 10 open to you now. 310. Yeah, 310. You get 12, 12, 12. And you're going to go to 312. And 310, 12. You get 312, 12, 12. You're going to be 310. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 12. And 312. And you're going to go to 12, 12. And you're going to go to 310, 12. And you're going to go to 310. I'm going to be Troy. You're going to run 5X. You're going to run Troy. You're going to run number 5X. Steering a good one. How you gonna be? How you gonna be? 425. If 425, you're gonna be 25 here. You're gonna be 425. Yes, 7. You're gonna be 7 up at 7 about 427. If 425, you're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 425. You're gonna be 27, 30. You're gonna be 32. You're gonna be 32. In 32, you're gonna be 35. You're gonna be 37. You're gonna be 37 at 7 about. You're gonna be 435, 37. If 435, you're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 435. I'm gonna be Trent. You're gonna be number 23. You Trent on 23. They're going to be steers now. They're going to be, and on 375 at 377. They're going to be 377.80. And they're going to go to 382. They're going to be 382. What we got? Are you going to be their steers, ain't they? I'm 382. I'm going to be 382. You're 285. Going to be 385 here. Now going to be here down 82, 85. And 382. 85 here. You're going to be 382, 57. 87, 90. You're going to be 92. You're going to be 95. Going to be 97. Going to be 4, 4, 4. 397, 4. You 397. Going to be 4 big here. You're going to be 397. Going to be 4, 397. Mackey. Number. You're going to be 45. You're going to be Mackey 45. To the Murphy Landon cattle guys, we appreciate you folks. Nice red-hided cattle right there now. You're going to be the Nelson cattle for you. 50 plus days on the weaning, guys. They're going to be steers to you. 50 plus days, steers, 2 rounds of vaccines. I'm going to be taking about a bit on 360, 360, and now 362. And I'm going to be here down to 362. Yeah, 2, 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 362, and I'm going to man down here down around 5, 365, 67, 70, and 2, 5. You're going to be 77. Yet 80. I'm going to go 382, 82, 2, 2, 2, 85. You're going to be 385, 87, 87, 90. You're going to be 392. You're going to be 395. You're 395, 205 here. You're going to be 392. You're going to be 5. 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 Could have been 392. I got to be Todd on 6. You could have been Todd. You number 6. All 50 plus days on the steers here. You're going to be 2 rounds of vaccines. You're going to be 305 and 305. You 5 here today. You're going to be 305 here down 7 and 307. 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here down 5 7 and 305 710. Let you down 310. Is 710. You're going to be 10 12 and 312 and 15 15. You 15 17. You're going to be down 20 and 322. You're going to be 322. You're 2. You're going to be 2 down 5. You're going to be 325. Yes 7 327. It's 7 5 3 on 30 and 330 and 2730 and 327. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 30. And you're going to Mr. Mosley. You're going to be 30 down 2 and you're going to 32. You're 32. And you're going to 332. You're going to be 332 and 2. And you're going to be 330. Mosley. Steers, they got 50 days on them, guys. They're going to be a bit of on. So let you down. They're going to $3 down 2 at 302. And 222. Then $3 and 2. Then 302. Get 2. You're going to be 225. And you're going to 305 here. Now going to here down. You're going to 325. Get 5. Yes, sir. Then you're going to 302. You're going to be 5 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12 and 15. Yes, 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 20, 20, 20. You're going to be 320. You're going to be 317, 20. Yes, 17. You're going to be 20. And you're going to 317. Now going to be Todd. And number 44. You're going to be Todd 44. And you're going to be here down. You're going to be new deal for you. Guys, he's banded, just not cleaned up all the way here now. Off his mama, round of shots in him. He's banded. And he's going to be vaccinated. He's going to be 375 and 352 and 352 and 352 and 355 and 355. You do it here. 355 and 355. 5. You're going to be 340 and 340 and you're going to go down 1 and you're going to go 341. I got a van and you're going to go 342. You're 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be down 50 and you're going to go down 2 5 down 355 and 355. 5 7. You're going to be 60. You're going to be 360 and 360 and 360. You do it here. Down 2 and you're going to go 65 and you're going to 65. Yes 7. 67. 365. You're going to be 367. 365. They're going to be JW. I ain't going to on straight. JW straight. Hey big brother here now. You're going to be stairs now. On you're going to be 291 at 291 2. You're going to be 92 2 2 2. You're going to be 291. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. At 91 2. You're going to be 291. 1. He could have been 2, could have been 2, could have been 2. He's steer now. 291 2. Hit 3. I'm going to go to 93. You do it here. 93. Hit 92, 93. He could have been 292. Could have been 3. 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 292. I'm going to be CA. Hang it on 66. CA 66. Their steers are good. How you going to be 300? And I want here down to 45 at 345. You get 45 here. Do you going to be 345 and 345 and 6 here down 45 here down 6 here. Now I got a van 345 6 high in 45 46. I got 345. Mr. Mosley going to be 46 anywhere else. 47 at 47 8. He going to be 348 999 50 and 351 1 2. Now going to be 2 2 2 3 and 53 and 4 and 55 at 55 5 5 6 here down 7 and 57 and 58 and 59 9 9 9 9 59 60 going to be 360 359 going to be Ziggy's here 359 Mosley and 359 Mosley. Thank you to the Boren family, guys. It'll be the Cox cattle here for you. Guys, I got 100 of these things sorted up for you. Guys are home raised right here for you, though. Bet you guys all sired by registered Black Angus bulls right here, though. They got a round of vaccines, guys. They're right off their mamas. You bet you guys all the heifers are going to be open. Cox. Eldon Cox is good cattle, guys. Sired by registered Black Angus bulls right here, now. You're gonna be time, you're gonna be 425. You're 425. You get 25 here. You're gonna be 425. West bunch in there. 425. You're 425. 425 here. $4 on them. And $4 here. You're $4. You get $4 here. Down 2. You're gonna be 222. And 402. I'm gonna van down here. You're gonna be 402. You get 2. I'm gonna be 2. You're gonna be 222. 402. You get 2. I'm gonna be 22. Be no cheaper now. 402. You get 2. You're gonna be 2. 5. Gonna be 405. Gonna be 407. You're gonna be down 10. 410. You get 12. 412. 12, 15, 15, you 15, 412, and 15, 412, 15, you 15, 15, 15, 15, and 412. Now going to be camp number 1. You get them on camp on 1. Big sisters, guys, are open. They're vaccinated now. You're going to be Celementary. You're going to be 8 head, guys. Check your head count there. Here we go. You're going to be 325. At 325. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 325. At 325. 325 here. 6 here. And I got a van. 325. 6 higher. At 325. You're going to be 6 up here. You're going to be 325. You're going to be 6 to bid. 6 to bound. At 327. You're going to be 27. At 326 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 326 here. You're going to be he going to be 7. They're going to be 26 here. They're going to be 7. 326. Not going to be Troy. I'm going to be number 5X. 5 double X and Preg them. 5 double X and Preg, please. Rounding them boys right off their mamas and sired by Black Angus bulls that you're now. You're going to be down 335. You get 35. You get them on 35 here, down 6 here, now I get them down. At 335, you're going to be 6 here, down 35 here, you're going to be 6 higher. You get 35, you're going to be 6 up here, down 335, 6 higher, down 36 higher. You get 36, you get 35 here, 6 7. You get 37, 8, you're going to be 39, you're going to be 40, you're going to be 41, you're going to be 42, and 43, and 44, you're going to be 45, you're going to be 46 here, down 47. You get 48, down 9, 9, 9, 50, and 51, and 51. You get 51, do it here, 351, 2. You 2. I'm going to be down 3, and 53, and 2, 3, and 352, down 3, 3, 3, and 3, 3, 3, and 352, and 2, and 2, and 3, and 352. I'm going to be camp on 1, camp number 1. Our steers got a round of vaccines in them right now. I'm going to make it here in a minute. Hang it here. You're going to be time, but a bit of on Celementary. I'm going to be 450. You get 450. You get 50. I'm going to get 450. You get 50. I'm going to get 50 to 50 down. I'm going to get 52. And I'm going to get 52. And I'm going to ban 452. You get 2. 5 and 57. You're going to be 62. 65 down. 65. 67. You get 70. You're going to be 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 75. You get 75. 77. 477. 477. 80. You're going to be 480. And 482. 482. 85. 485. You get 485. 85 here down. 205 here down 85. Yeah, 482 and 5. 7, 87, 90. You're going to be 92. You're going to be 95. You're going to be 97. You're going to be 97. Yeah, 497. You're going to be 7 of it, 75. You're going to be 495, 97. You're going to be 495. Now 7. 495. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 495, 97. 7 of it, 75. 495, 7. 495. They're going to be camp on 0. They're the big brothers here now. They're fancy now. He going to be there. And he going to be 350 and 350. And you're going to 50 to 50 about. You're going to be 350 and 350. And you're going to 50. And you're going to 35 and 37. I got a man here. 42. 5. Going to be 45 and 45. Going to be 45. Going to be 347 for now 50. And you're going to 52. And you're going to 55 now 55. It's 760 362 225 87. It's 70 370. 375, get a 377, get 380, and get a 382, 385, 85, 87, 387, 90, 390, get 392, he get a 395, get a 395, 97, 397, and 397, 395 here, you get a 7 up here, you get a 97, 4, get $4 on them, make it a 97, 4, 4, and 4, and 397, 4, 8, 9, 9, 9, get 399, you get 399, 99, and you get a now 4, and you get a $4 on them, get $4, now 1, and you get a 401, get 1, and you get a $4 in 1, and you get a now 2, and you get a 4, 2, get 2, I get a 2, and you get a 2, 3, and you get a 4 and 3, get 3, 2, 0, 3, and you get a 4 and 3, be the kind now, 4 and 3, get 2, 0, 3, and you get a 3, 3, and you get a 402, get a 3, 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 402, I get a B, number 5, Brandon number 5. They're all steers, and I mean good right here now. Who you gonna beat? Hand, but a bit of on, 382. Get 2. And 382, 3, and 83, 83, 3, 85, 85, 87, 87 a bit, 87, 87, 87, 90, and 392, 392. Get 2. 5, gonna be 97, gonna be 4, gonna be 2, gonna be 5, 405. It's 7, 407, gonna be 10, gonna be 12, now 412, 15. Get 15, and 17, you're gonna be now 20, and you're gonna be now 2, 2, 2, 425, 425, and you're gonna be 25 here, and you're gonna get 425, 7, 427, both on here, 427, now 30, get 32, and you're gonna get 32, take that 1, 2, and you're gonna get 33, and you're gonna get 34, and you're gonna get 34, get 35, you're gonna be 36 here, you're gonna be 37, you're gonna be 38, you're gonna be 39, get down 40, and you're gonna get 40, and you're gonna get 40, get 440, and you're gonna get 30 down 40, now 1, and you're gonna get 41 here, and you're gonna not 2, get 2, and you're gonna get 43, and you're gonna get 44, and you're gonna get 44, and 44, and you're gonna get 44, get 4, and you're gonna get 5, and you're gonna get 45 here, and you're gonna get 46 higher, get 46, and now 6 here, and you're gonna get 45, 6 higher, get for 45, and you're gonna get 6 here, and 45, 6, 7, get 47, and you're gonna get 48, and you're gonna get 48, get for 48, and you're gonna get 8 a day, and you're gonna get 447 a, get 8, 8, 8, 8, and you're gonna get 7 up here, and 8 here, and you're gonna get 447 a, get 8, 8, 8, 8, and you're gonna get 447, 8, 8, 8, 447. I gotta be Brandon, get him on 4. Get Brandon on 4, Brandon 4. They're Bulls guys saying good quality now. They're gonna be they're gonna be $4, 5. You get 405. You get 555. They're gonna be 405. Gonna be 10. I gotta been down here down 4, 5, 10. You get 10. You get 10, 10, 10. And you're gonna get 5 here. You're gonna be 10, 10, 10. 4, 5. Gonna be 10. You get 10. You get 15. You're gonna be 25. 425. You get 425. You get 25 here. You're gonna be 420. You're gonna be 5. You're gonna be 5, 5, 5. You're gonna be 425. You get 425 and 5 here. You're gonna be 425 here. You're gonna be 420. I gotta be Campo. I got him on Camp on 0. They're Bulls. They're good. They're going to be 300. And I want here, they're going to be 45. At 345. They're going to be 5 here. They're going to be 345. And 345. They're going to be 330. And 330. And 330. And 330. And 331. And 31. And 331. I'm going to enter down. 331. Get 1. And 2, 5. They're going to be 7. They're going to be 7. Going to be 740. And 342. They're going to be 342. They're going to be 345. They're going to be 345. And 205. You're going to be 342, 0, 5 here. You're going to be 342 and 2 and 5. 342, Mosley. Wouldn't be the first time I missed him. And you're going to be their Bulls are good. You're going to be you're going to be say 250. 250. Are you going to be 250? You're going to be 250. You're going to be 250. On 250. 250. 250. Down 222. On 252. I ain't going to be 252. By not going to man here. You're going to be 252. Get 2. I ain't going to be 222. You're going to be 252 and 2. You're going to be 250. 25. 255. 7. 7. 7. 60. 262. Get 2. I ain't going to be 222. You're going to be 262. 2. You're going to be 222. 260. I going to be Jerry 10. They're bulls. How you gonna beat him? 365. You get 365. And 5 here. You gonna be 365. And 365. You get 5. You gonna be 365. And 345. You're gonna be 347. You're gonna be 347. I'm gonna be here down. You're gonna 347. You 5 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 345. You're gonna be 7 now 50 and 350 and now 2. And you're gonna 222 and you're gonna 5 355 57 57 57 and 355. You're gonna be 7 up here and 357 57. It's 60. You're gonna be 360 and you're gonna 360 57 60 and you're gonna 357. You're gonna be 60 here and you're gonna 60 and you're gonna 357. You're gonna be 60 and you're gonna 357. I'm gonna be West. You're gonna have number 35 West. So you're gonna have number 35. To the Cox family, guys. Really, really nice cattle right there, guys. We appreciate you. Fancy, fancy, kind, fun selling them for you now. Be the Dietrich cattle. You bet you, guys. 150 of them here today, guys. Here be a nice, nice kind right here. Belong to Mr. Phil, sitting right here with us. Guys, they got a round of vaccines in them. 7-way, triangle 10. Guys, the steers will be knife cut here now. You bet you, guys. Coming right off their mamas right here now. All the heifers are going to be guaranteed to be open to you now. Phil Dietrich's good cattle. You're going to be here down. They're getting big right here now. You're going to be 313. You're 13. Now 13 and 14. 14. I'm going to be here down. You're going to 13. 14. 14. And you're going to 13. 14. And you're going to 13. 14. I got a man down. 313. 14. 14. And you're going to 14. And you're going to 13. 14. You're 13. And you're going to 14. And you're going to 313. And you're going to 14. Here we go. And you're going to 13. 14 and on 313. I gotta be Mackie. We do it. I still got them. On you gonna be down 302. I still got them out there. 302. Hit 2. 5. 305. Hit 5. 205 here. 325. I got a man here down 325. Hit 5. 205 here. 302. And that gonna be Mackie. I got a number 52. Hit Mackie 52. Mackie 52. And you're going to be heifers and open. You're going to be guaranteed to be open now. And you're going to be you're going to be 285. Yeah, 285. You're going to be 285 here. You're going to be 285. 85. You're going to be 285 here. You're going to be 285. 85. 85. Guaranteed open now. 272. Hit 2. I'm going to 72. Hit 2. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 272. I'm going to be 2222. I'm 272. You're going to be 222. Now 3. I'm going to 73. I'm going to 53. 273. I got him in here down to 73 on time here. 203. On 272. I got him at 333. I got him 4. I got him 74. On 274. I got him 4. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 75. 76 high. It's 76 here. You're going to be 76 high. It's 77. You're going to be 78. You're going to be 79. 80 and 281. 81 2. 82 2 3. 83 84. 84 94 85. 85 here. 86 high. 86. 87. 87 87 87. 86 87. 7 7 5. 8. 88 9. 89. 9 9 9 90. You're going to be 291. You're going to be down here 91. 291. You're going to be 291 bid one by. You're going to be 291. Hit 2. And 91 here. You do it here. You're going to be 291. 91 290. 91. Hit 90 91. You're going to be 290 91. You're going to be 290. I got to be T. Get up on 6 and Prague. Get up on T6 Prague. Oh, Big Style Sisters here now. They're going to be got a round of vaccines, guys. They're off their mamas, guaranteed to be open to you now. They're going to be Celebratory. You're going to be 264. Hit 4. I'm going to be 264. I'm going to be 264. I'm going to be 264. Hit 4. 4. You're going to be 260. I'm 260. Right now 1. They're going to be 261 here. They're going to be 261. Hit 1. 1. You're going to be 261 bid 1 by 2. They're going to be 62. Hit 3. You're going to 3 4. Down to 4 5. Down to 85. 65. He's 6 here. Down 66 high. Yes, 66. And 8. 68. 9. You're going to be down here down 970. On 270. You're going to be 271. You're going to be 272. You're going to be 273. You're going to be 274. You're going to be 275. Yes, 75. 76 here. You're going to be 77. You're going to be 278. You're going to be 278. Hit 8. I'm going to 7 up here. 8 here. You're going to be 279. 279. Hit 9. 80. You're going to be 280. You're going to be 280. On 280. You're going to be 80s here. You're going to be 279 here. 80s here. You're going to be 279. 80. You're going to be 280. 280. 280. 280. 279. I got to be T on 6. Go ahead and prag them, please. T6, prag and a guarantee. Be the steers that came right along, guys. Handle up same way. They're vaccinated right here now. Still a good Phil Dietrich cattle. On, you're going to be get big now. You're going to be round of shots right off the mamas. And you're going to be bit of on cut with a knife. You get here. You're going to be bit of on. And you're going to turn eight. Get eight. And you're going to not 10. You get 3 10. 8 8 8. And you're going to turn eight here. And you're going to turn eight. And you're going to be throw away. Get eight. And you're going to turn eight here. And you're going to turn eight. And you're going to turn eight. At 3 away. 8 8 8. And you're going to $3. You're going to be $3 on 1 2 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 10. At 3 10. And you're going to 12. And you're going to 3 12. 15, now 15, 15, 17, at 3 17, and 15, 16, 17, 18, 3 18, 19, negative 19, 20, and 3 21, and 3 21, yeah, 1, 1, 2, and 23, negative 3 23, yeah, 3, and 23, and 23, and 3 23, 4, and 24, going to be 25, going to be 25, and 3 25, going to be 3 25 here, and 3 25, yeah, 5, 5, 5, going to be 3 25 here, 4 here, 5 here, going to be 3 24, going to be 5 here, and on 324. I going to be T60. You going to be T60. On, boys, they get big right here now. You going to be I'll be round of vaccines here. You're going to be all steers right here now off their mama's round of vaccines, guys. You're going to be 290. Get 290. You're going to be 290, 290, 290. Camp thinking of you. You're going to be 290. Get 1. You're going to be 91 here. You're going to be 292. You're going to be 93. You're going to be 94. You're going to be 95. You're going to be 96 here. You're going to be 97. You're 98. You're going to be 99. Now 3. You're going to be $3 1. You're going to be 3 away. Get 2. I now 3. You're going to be 4. Down 305. You're going to be 306 here. You're going to be 307. Yes, 7 of it. 7 about 307. Yes, 7 8. 8 8 9 9 9 10. And you're going to 311. You're going to be down 12. And you're going to go to 312. And 312. And you're going to go to 312. All out here now. 312. 13. 13. And you're going to go to 13. High 13. And you're going to go to 13. Hit 13. And you're going to go to 13 high. And you're going to go to 14. And you're going to go to 14 high. And you're going to 14 high. 14 high. Now 15. And you're going to go to 15 high. And you're going to go to 16. Yes, 16. And you're going to go to 16 high. And 16 high. Yes, 16 high. Yes, 16 high. 5 high. And you're going to go to 316 50. And 316 high. 5 high. 17. And you're going to go to 17. And you're going to go to 317. And 317. You're going to go to high. And you're going to go to 17 high. And 317 50. And 317 high. And you're going to go to 317 to high. And you're going to go to 317 to high. And you're going to go to 317. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to on 65. You get on Troy. You get on 65. Oh, light steers, camera long guys. You're going to be 335. You're 335. You're going to be 335 here. You're going to be 335. And 335. And you're going to be 35 here. You're going to be 335 here. You're going to be 335. And 35. You're going to be 325. And now 6 here. And I'm going to be 7, 8, 30. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. And 37. You're going to be 40. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 50. You're going to be 50. You're 2. And 52 5. And 57. 57 60. You're going to be 360. And 357 60. And 357. You're going to be 60 here. You're going to be 357 60. You're going to be 357. I got to be Todd 6. You get him on Todd. I get him on 6. All right, guys, getting 3 bulls and 2 steers. You're buying them all now. You're going to be Phil lost his knife at the end of the day. I get here. You're going to be time, but a bit of on. You're going to be time. You're going to sell my tear down, but a bit of on 375 and 375. You're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 375 and 375. You're going to be 375. You're going to be 360. You're going to be 360, 360 and 360. I now Ziggy's here. You're going to be 350 and now 2. You're going to 222 and you're going to 5 down 355 and 352. 5 here down 205. You're going to be 352 and 5 and 355. 205 here. You're going to be 352 and 2 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 352. I'm going to be Trent. You're going to be number 23. You're going to be Trent on 23. You 335. You 335. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be 335. You 35. You 35. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be 335 here. You're gonna be 335. 7 and 37. 35 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 335. You're gonna be 7 up here. 337 and 335. You're gonna be 7 up and 7 around. You're gonna be now 335. I gonna be Mackie. I gonna be number. I gonna be 42. Mackie 42. Big old steer. He gonna be time, but you're gonna be 305. It's 305. You hit 5 here. You're gonna be 305. You hit 555. You're gonna be 305 here. You're gonna be 285 and 285. You're gonna be 285 here. You're gonna be 285, 85, 85, 85, 85. You're gonna be 285, 85. You're gonna be 85 here. 265. You 6. You're gonna be 266 here. You're gonna be 265. 6 here. You're gonna be 266. 266 and now 6 here. You're gonna be 266 here. You're gonna be 251. You hit 2, 2, 2, 2, 251, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5. You're gonna be 7, get him in 60, 260, 262, 22. You get 5, 265 here, you're going to be 265, you're going to be 262. I'm going to be Rob, you're going to be number 10, Rob 10. Navy Bull, how you gonna be taking about 310? Yeah, 310. You get 10, 10, 10, 310. 310. How you gonna be 10? You gonna be 10, 10, 10. How you gonna be $3 one? You say $3 one and 2, 2, 2, $3 here one. You gonna be 301 bid, one buy. You gonna be 301. Get one. You gonna be 301 bid, one buy. You gonna be $3 one. You gonna be $3 one, $3. Now gonna be JW5. Are you JW5? Phil, I believe that was all your cattle right there, sir. We appreciate you as always. Nice, nice cattle. Thanks to all the buyers, he says. Whoop. You got one more. On you gonna be $4 on her. You get $4. You get $4 on her. You gonna be $4 here. What you got? You bet you guys. Same program, handle up same way now. They're going to be same bulls, guys, same pasture. Going to sell them out there. I want $4 on her. You get $4. You get 4. And now $4 here, 2. They're going to be 2, 2, 2. They're going to be $4 and 2. You get 2. I'm going to be 2, 2, 2. You good there? You're going to be 402. You get 2. I'm going to be 2, 2, 2. Down, 402. You're going to be 2, 2, 2. Down, 402. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. $4. Now going to be Mackie. I'm going to number. You're going to be 32. Mackie, 32. Mackie, 32. Heifers handle up same way now. You're going to be you're going to be 340 and 345. At 345, you're going to be 345 here. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 345 here. You're going to be 345. At 45, you're going to be 345 here. You're going to be 335 and 335. 740. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 50. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 5. 7. It's 62, 65. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. 367. You're going to be 7. 70. You're going to be 370. Get 2. You're going to be 375. You're going to be 375. Get 2 here 5. You're going to be 372. And 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 372. Mackie 32. Mackie on 32. On their heifers here. You're going to be ham. You're going to be ham. 311 and 311. 11 of 11 around. You're going to 310 11 and 311. 11 of 11 around. You're going to be $3 one. You're going to be 301. You get 2. I'm going to be 2 2 2 3. You're going to be 4 and 5. You're going to be 305. You get 5. You get 5 here. 6 here. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 8 9 9 9 9 9 high. You get 10. You get 11. You're going to be 311 12. You're going to be 13. You're going to be 13 14. You get 15. You're going to be 16. You're going to be 17. 18 through 18, 19, you're going to be 19, 18, 19, you're going to be 18, 19, 19, you're going to be 18, 19, 20, you're going to be 321, you get 2, you're going to be 22, you're going to be 3, you're going to be 23, you're going to be 24, you're going to be 24, 5, you're 25, you're going to be 26 here, you're going to be 26 higher, and 325, you're going to be 6 up here, you're going to be 325, now going to be Mackie, you're going to be on 52, Mackie, 52. On round of shots open. You going to be handled up same way. How you going to be? Bit of it on. You going to be 291. That 291. Hey, you going to be 291 bid one bite. You going to be 291. On 291. Hey, you going to be 291 here too. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 281. 81. You're going to be 281 bid one bite. You're going to be about 281. On 281. You're going to be 281 bid. You're going to be 271. You're going to be 272. You're going to be 272. Hit two. I'm going to be 271. You're going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. On 271 2. You do it here. You're going to be 271. You're going to be 261. You're going to be 261. Hit one. You're going to be 261 here. You're going to be guaranteed open, guys. Round of shots. 250. And I got a man down. 251. At 251. You're going to be 251 here. Then now 251 2 2 2 51 2 3. Hit 3 5. You're going to be 5 7. And now 60. You're going to be 60. On 260. You're 60. You're going to be 262 2 2. On 262. You're going to be 2 2 2 2 5. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 5 7. You're going to be 7 70. And 72 75. You're going to be 77. Now 80. You're going to be 280. On 277 80. You're going to be 277 Frankie. You're going to be 277 Frankie. They're open now. Do you get to be down? Do you get to be down? Do you get to be 262? Hit two. Do you get to be 222? Do you get to be 262? Geronimo, what do you think here? Do you get to be 262? Hit two. Do you get to be 222? Do you get to be? Do you get to be 251? And 251 to 251. Do you get to be 251 222? 51 2. Do you get to be down here? Do you get to be 251 23? Hit 3 5 5 5 5. Do you get to be 7 up here? Do you get to be 7? On 2 bit of a 760. You get to be 62. Do you get to be 62? Hit 2. I'm gonna be 262. I'm gonna be 2. 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 260. I'm gonna be Rob. You're gonna have a number. You're gonna be Rob on. And what am I on? We want to do there? You're gonna be 100. And Dupreg. On you're gonna be bit of book is they come right along now. You're gonna be 335 and 335. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be. And you're going to be 335 and 335. You're going to be 35 here. You're going to be 337, 337 of 75 and 337, 335 here. You're going to be 7 up here, 337 and 335. You're going to be 7 of 75. You're going to be about 335. You're going to be 337. You're going to be about 335. I'm going to be Jerry. Going to be 4. You're going to be Jerry on 4. Hey, boo, how you going to be? What are you going to be? 265, 265. You're going to be 65, 7, 67. Yes, 70, 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 77, 277, 277, 80. You're going to be 280, 280, 280, 77, 80. 277, 80, 82, 82, 222, 81, 2. You're going to be 22, 2, 2, 3, 83, 3, 3, 3, 83, 4, 84, 85, 85 here, and 86 here, and 86 7, 87, 8, 88, 88, 9, 89, 9, 9, 88, 9. You're going to be 288, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be about 288, 9, 9, 9, 288. I'm going to be Jerry. You're going to be on 10. You're going to be on Jerry on 10. To the old Dietrich family, everybody involved there. Eggleston family, thank you, folks. Appreciate you. Nice, nice cattle right there now. You bet you guys. But the Case Cattle Company right here now. They're looking for some replacement heifers, guys. We got them here today right here now. There's over 300 of these cattle sorted up for you now. Guys, they're going to be home raised. 1 round of shots in them. No implants in the good cattle. Guys, they're going to be 45 days weaned heifers. They're going to be open to you now. And you're going to be 330. Get 330. You get 330. 330. 330. And 530. 15 bid. Get 15. 16. I got to 17. 18. You could have been 20. You could have been 2. You could have been 5. You could have been 27. And now 30. 330. 28. 9. 9. 9. Hit 9. 9. 9. 29. Hit 9. 29 here. 329. Hit 9. 8 here. 9. 9. 30. 330. 331. 35, 332, you're going to be 33, you're going to be 33, 4, 33, you do it here, 33, 4, 34, you're going to be 35 here, you're going to be 35, and 335, you're going to be 35 here, and you're going to 4 here, 5 here, and you're going to 34, 35, and 334, and you're going to be 5 here, and you're going to 334, and 5, and you're going to 334, I'm going to be camp, you say 44, you're going to be camp on 44. You bet, guys. Going to show you 62 of them right here, guys. Your replacement quality heifers right here. 45 plus days on. They're guaranteed open to you. Just a really, really nice kind right here now. Are you going to be 285? Get 285. You're going to be 285 here. You're going to be about 285 here. You're going to be 285. 285. 85 here. You're going to be about 285. 85. 600. 85. 610. 87. 8. 88. 288. You get 999. You're going to be 90. You're going to be 290. 90. 290. You're going to be 290 to be 95. 290. You're going to be 290. 90. You're going to be 290. 290. Tom, what do you think you're going to be 290? 290. You're going to be 91. You're going to be 92. You're going to be 92. 292. You're going to be 222. You're going to be 91, 291, 23, 93, and you're going to be 94. You're going to be 94, 294, you're going to be 294, 5, you're going to be 295, 6, 7, 297, 97, 8, and you're going to be 98, you're going to be 98, 298, 9, you get 299 now, 3, you're going to be $3 on them, get 3, and you're going to be 3, and you're going to be 299, 3, get 3, 3, 3, 3, and you're going to be 301, and you're going to be 302, you're going to be 302, get 2, I'm going to be 2, 2, 2, and you're going to be 302, 1, 2, and you're going to be 301, 2, and 302, you're going to be 2, 3, and you're going to be 3, 4, and you're going to be 3, 4, you get 4, and you're going to be 305, you're going to be 305 here, you're going to be 6 here, 306 higher, and 306, you down 6 here, down 5 here, 6 higher. Hit 306, 7, hit 7, 8, and you're going to be 308, hit 8, 8, 8, and you're going to be 308, 9, 9, high, hit 9, and you're going to be 309, hit 308, 9, 9, 9, high, and you're going to be 308, 9, hit 9, high, going to be 9 here, and you're going to be 308, 9, you're going to be 309, hit 9, you hit 9, 9, 9, 9, and you're going to be 309, and you're going to be 308, I going to be 17. Big sisters right here now. 45 plus days on them, guys. They're going to be guaranteed open to you here now. You bet, guys. 56 head of them right here now. 45 plus days. They're guaranteed open, and they are good. You're going to be 275. Get 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. 275. You get 75 here. You're going to be 275. You're going to be 275. 275 and 5 here. You're going to be 275 here. Did you do it here? You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 265. 265. 6 here. 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 70. You're going to be 271. It's 72. You're going to be 73. You're going to be 74. You're going to be 274. 5, 5, 5, 600. And 76. And now 7. 277, 8, and 278, 8, 8, 9, 9, 9, 80, you're going to be 280, you're going to be 281, 82, 223, and 83, 94, 94, 94, 94, 94, 83, 84, and you're going to be 283 and 4, and I'm going to be 283, 4, hit 4, and 83, 0, 4, 0, you're going to be 283 and 4, 84, and 4, 4, 4, you're going to be 283, you're going to be 4, you're going to be 4, you're going to be 4, 5, 85, 86 here, and 86 higher, 86, and now 6 here, and 86 higher, 85, 86 here, you're going to be 285 here, you're going to be 6 here, you're going to be 285, 86 here, you're going to be 285, I going to be Camp number 17X, and go ahead and preg them, please. Camp 17X, preg and a guarantee. Be the steers. They came right along, guys. 45 plus days on the wing in their steers, and they are good. Now, I'm going to be get here down 370. Get 370. Get 70 here. You're going to be 372. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 372. Get 2. I'm going to be 25. I'm going to be 375. I'm going to be 375. Money's high. 5, 7, 80. I'm 380. I'm going to be 82. 85. You're going to be 385. 87. You're going to be 387. 90. You're going to be 392. You're going to be 395. You're going to be 397. You're going to be $4 on them. Hit 402. Down 405. You're going to be 407. You're going to be 410, 412, 412, down 15, you're going to be 17, you're going to be 20, 422, and 422, you're going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, you're going to be 422, get 2, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, 2, 2, you're going to be 422, get 2, I'm going to be, you're going to be 2, 2, 2, you're going to be 422, and 2, and 2, you're going to be 420, Brandon on 5, you get 5, 5, Brandon 55, get Brandon 55, Brandon on 55. You bet, boys. Getting better as they come here now. They're going to be 45 days on them, guys. They're steers, and they got the shots in them here now. They're going to be 335. At 335, you're going to be 335 here. You're going to be 335. At 335, and 5 here. You're going to be 335, 5, 5, 5, 335. Do it here, 7. You're going to be 37. At 335, you're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 35 here. You're going to be 7 up and 7. I got a man down. 335, 337. At 335, you're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 35 here. Now 740. At 340, you're going to be 342. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 347. You're going to be 350. You're going to be 350. Hit 2, 352 and 5, 355, and 52 and 3. Down to 3, down 4, down to 54, down to 55, at 355, 5, 5. You're going to be 355. Do it here. Down to 355, at 354. Now 5. Hit 5. You be 355 here. Camp. What do you think here? Down to 5, 355, and 355, 5, 5. You're going to be now be 355 here. You're going to be 354. I got to be Brandon. Get him on number. Did you say 6? You get him on Brandon 66. You Brandon on 66. Guys are going to show you 80 of them here in one shot now. We're going to weigh them in 3, sell them in 1. Weighing 741 on this first draft here. You bet you guys, big, good, and stout right here now. These cattle get big, big, big for you. 45 plus days on them, guys. They're vaccinated right here now. Be a good stout load of them right here now. 745 pounds of them. You're talking about the good kind, too, now. 45 plus days vaccinated. You're going to be selling my tear. You're going to be 15. At 315. 15. 315. You 15. 15. Boys ought to be there now. 315. You 15. 15. 16. Yes, 16. I got them in here down. 15. 16. At 316. 16. 15. 16. Yes, 16. Be no cheaper now. 315, 16, 15, 16, 315, 16, at 316, 16, 16, 315, 16. Here we go. 315, 16, yes, 16, 15, 16, 17, at 317, 18, 19, 319, 19, 20, 321, 321, halfway, at 321, half, 1 here, half here, 321, high 2, hit 2, 322, negative 2, negative 2, at 322, high, negative 2, 2, 2, 322, 321, half here, 2, 2, 2, 321, 50. I got to be camp. You got them on 77. You got them on camp. You got them on number 77. I'm going to show you 67 of the big brothers here now. There, guys. 67 head, 870 pounds of them. Just outload of cattle here for you. Guys, they get big here now. He gonna be still a good case cattle company. He gonna be give me $3 on them. Get $3. Get $3. I'm gonna get $3 on them. Not $3. Get $3. I'm gonna get $3. Get $3. I'm gonna get $3 here. Not $3. $3. Hey, now $3. Got $2.92. He gonna be 92.3. 93. And I got him here to forward. And 95. He gonna be 95. Get 96 here. He gonna be 97. He gonna be 97. 99, 299, hit 3, 301, you're gonna be 302, you're gonna be down 3, and you're gonna get 303, hit 4, and you're gonna get 305, you're gonna be 305, hit 5, 6 here, you're gonna be $6.07, you're gonna be 307, hit 8, and 999, 310, you're gonna be 310, 11, 12, and you're gonna get 12, hit 13, and you're gonna get 14, hit 14, and you're gonna get 13, 14, 15, hit 15, hit now 16, you're gonna be 316, and 315, you're gonna be 16, you're gonna be 16, hit 15, I'm gonna be 16, and you're gonna get 15, you're gonna be 16, and you're gonna get 315, 16, it's 16, he gonna be 16, he 315 bid, 16 bomb, he gonna be 315, 16, 315, I gonna be T, on 81, he gonna be T 81, he gonna be T on 81. To the whole Case family, thank you folks, appreciate you. Fancy cattle right there, excellent job with them. Thank you guys. Thanks to all the buyers involved there as well. Be the die cattle guys, they're gonna be guaranteed open, you say? Guaranteed 2 or less, guys. Guaranteed age and preg. They're gonna be. He gonna be. They're gonna be 220. Get 220. You get 220. You're gonna be 20 to be 20 to bomb. You're gonna be 220. Get 220. You get 220. You're gonna be. He gonna be 210. Get 210. You're gonna be 210. You're gonna be 210. At 210. I gotta be 10. You're gonna be $2 on the girls. You're gonna be $2 one. At 201. You're gonna be 201 bid, 1 buy. You're gonna be 205. Get 1. You're gonna be 201. You're gonna be 190. 191. 191. You're gonna be 92. Now I gotta be here down 191 2. Get 2. You 191. You're gonna be 2. Gonna be 2. Gonna be 2. 191. You're gonna be 2. Get down 3. You're gonna 93. Get 93. 4. You get 94. You're gonna 94. 94. 94. Get 5. You're gonna do 95 here. 195. 96 here. 196 higher. Get 96. And now 6 here. 95 down. 6 here. 7. 197. You're gonna be 97. 8. 198. 198. 888. And you're gonna get 97. 8. 97. 8. Got up 8. And 198 high. 98. 98. 98 high. 8 high. 8 half here. Now 9. 199. 199. 999 high. You're gonna be 99 here and high. Get 99 high. You get 199 gonna high. You're gonna be $2 on them. You're gonna be $2 here. At $2, you're gonna be $2. 75 now 2. Get 2 and a quarter. $2 and a quarter. You're gonna be $2 and a high. You're gonna be $2 and a high. $2 and a high. At $2, 75. You're gonna take 75 on 201. 201. Get 1. 1 1 1 1 quarter. 1 a quarter. 1 a high. 175. 175 2. You're gonna be 2 and a quarter. At 2 and a quarter. You're gonna be 2 and a high. 275. 275 3. 3 and a quarter. And 3 and a quarter. At 203 and a quarter. Get 3 and a high. You're gonna be 3 and a high. 75 and a 4 and high. 4 and a high. 5 5 5. At 205. 4 and a 5. You're gonna be 2. 4 and a half here. 5 here. You're gonna be 2. 4 and a half. I gotta be Troy. I'm gonna number 11X and do preg. Age and preg on a guarantee. Greg. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate you. You bet. Thank you, Greg. We appreciate you. Nice cattle right there now. These heifers here are going to be checked open here now. You betcha. Jackson family here for you. Guys are 2 and younger right here. They're checked open for you. And you're going to be 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190, 190 is here. You're going to be 190, 190, 190, 190, 85, 185, 85, 86 here, 185, you're going to be 6 here, 7, 87, 88, 89, you're going to be 89, 90, 190, 191, you're going to be 91, 2, you're going to be 92, 191, 2, 3, you're going to be 94, 95, 96 here, you're going to be 96, 5, you're 95, you're going to be 6, 7, 197, you're going to be 97, 8, 198, you're 9, 199, 9, 9, high, you're 98, 99, 198, you're going to be 9, you're going to be 9, you're going to be 9, 198, get it out here, 198, and that going to be Troy. Negative on, you want to do the same thing. 11, they've been checked open, yes, sir. Just Troy 11. Troy 11. Just 11. Miss Jackson, thank you. Appreciate you. Nice big old heifers right there. Be Larry Thornton's cattle for you. Guys are home raised. Got a round of shots in them. They're long time yearlings right here for you. They're coming right off the grass. And they're going to be 330. Got 330. And now 331. Steers off the grass now. 331. At 331. And now 2. 32. And I got a man here. And 330. 1, 2, 3. And 33. 4 and 5. Going to be 35. And going to be 35. And 36 here. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37. And 37. 8. And 39. You're going to be 39. And 40. You're going to be 341. You're going to be 341. Yeah, 1, 2. You're going to be 42. 3. You're going to be 44. And 4 and 4, 5. You're going to be 45. And 45. 6 here. You're going to be 47. You're going to be 47. You're 8. I'm going to be 49. 9, 9. You're going to be 49. 349. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. 348. 9. You're 9. You're 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to be number, do you say 66? They're yearlings, home raised, right off the grass now. You're going to be thin and green now. You're going to be Salvatore. You're going to be 318. 18. 318. 18. 318. You're 19. 19. You're going to be 319. You're 19. You're 19. 19. 19. You're going to be 319. You're 19. 20. 1 and 2. 23. You're 23. 23. Camp going to be 3. 23. And 23. 4. You're going to be 24. 25. You're going to be 25, 600, and 26, 7, you're going to be 27, 27, you're 8, you're going to be 28, now 9, 9, high, you're 9, you're going to be 29 here, and you're going to be 329, 8 and 9, and you're going to be 328, you're going to be 9, 30, and you're going to be 31, and 35, and 331, and you're going to be 331, and you're going to go down 2, and you're going to be 33, and 34, and you're going to go 35 here, and you're going to go 35, and 36 higher, and you're going to go 37, and you're going to go 37, and 336, 7, you're going to be 36 here, you're going to be 7 up here, you're going to be 336 here, you're going to be 7, 336, and that's going to be T. I ain't going to 178. Guys are home raised or yearlings right here now, coming right off the grass. They got big for you now. And you're going to be 292. 292. How you going to be 222? You're going to be about 292. 292. How you going to be 222? You're going to be 292. You're going to be 292. 291. Now 222. You're going to be 285. 285. You're going to be 285 here. You're going to 285, 600, 85, you're going to be 6 here, and 85 here, down 6 here, and I'm going to be here, down, going to be 285, 8600, get 285, 86 here, you're going to be 285 here, you're going to be 6 up here, you're going to be thinking about 285, 600, 285, you're going to be 6 in bid, you're going to be 85 here, down 6 here, you're going to be thinking about 285 here, you're going to be 6 here, you're going to be 285, I'm going to be T, I'm going to be number, you're going to be 78, you're going to be on T on 78. To the Thornton family, guys, appreciate you, Larry, nice cattle right there, down. Be the Shirley cattle guys. They always send a good one to town here now. They're going to be open heifers here for you. Long time yearlings open. He going to be, he going to be, he going to be, Silverter. On you're gonna be 10, but a bit of on you say you're gonna be 210. 210, and but a bit of on 10, but a bit of on 10, 10, 10. You're gonna be 210. Yeah, 210. You 10. You're gonna be 210, 11, 11 of 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. You're gonna be 15. You're gonna be 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, 220. You're gonna be 220. You're gonna be 220, 19, 20. Yeah, 219. You're gonna be 20, 20 to be 20. You're gonna be 19, 21. 221. Here, 221, 2. You're gonna be 22. You're gonna be 22. 222. And high 2. And 220. 1 high 2, 2, 2. 222. Out of the net. 222. Yeah, 2. 1 half here. 2 0. You're gonna be 2 and a half. And you're gonna be 2 and a half. At 22 and a half. You get 2 and a half here. You're gonna be 22 and a half. 3. You're gonna go to 3 and a half. You're gonna be 3 and a half. At 23 and a half. You're gonna 3 and a half here. And you're gonna down forward. And you're gonna go to 24 and a half. You're gonna be 24 and a half. Hit 5. You're gonna be 25, 5, 5, 5, 25 and a half. At 25 and a half. You're gonna be 25 and a half. Hit 5 and a half. You're gonna be 25 and a half. 6 here. You're gonna be 26 here. 26, 6 and a half. At 26 and a half. You're gonna be 6 here and a half here. You're gonna be 7. You're gonna be 27 and 7 and a half. At 227 and a half. You're gonna be 7 and a half here. You're gonna be 27 and a half. At 27, 50. You're gonna be 227 and a half. 8. And you're gonna go to 28. And you're gonna go to 28 and a half. 8 and a half. 8 and a half. 8 and a half. Down 9. You're gonna be 220 and a half. Hit 9 and a half. You're gonna be down here and a half here. 29 and a half. Hit high. 5, 5, 5, 30. And you're gonna go to 231. And 231. Hit 31. And you're gonna go to half 1. And you're gonna go to 31 here. Down 231. At 31. Bryce gonna be 1 half. Hand 1 half. At 31 and 2. And you're gonna go to 32. And you're gonna go to 32 and a half. And you're gonna go down 3. And 33. And 33. And you're gonna go to 3 and a half. At 33 and a half. You're gonna be 3 and a half here. And you're gonna go to 33 and a half. And you're gonna go to 33 and a half 4. And 34 and a half. And 4 here and a half here. And you're gonna go to 34 and a half. And 34 and a half 5. You're gonna be 35, 5 and a half. You're gonna be 35, 50. At 35, 5 and a half. You're gonna be 35 and a half 6 here. You're gonna be 36 and a half. At 36 and a half 7. You're gonna be 37 and a half. You hit 8. And you're gonna do 8 and a half. You're 9, 9, 9, 9, 9 and a half. You hit 9 and a half. You're gonna be 30 and here and a half here. And you're gonna go to 40. And you're gonna go to 40 and a half. 40, 50. Hit 1, 1, 1, 1 and a half. 1 here and a half. 2, 2, 2, 2 and a half. Hit 3. And you're gonna go to 3 and a half. And you're gonna try 4. And you're gonna go to 4 and a half. 5, 5, 5 and a half. Hit 5 and a half. And you're gonna go to 5 and a half. 45 and a half. Hit 45 and a half. 6 here. And 46 and a half. And 46 and 5 and a half. You're gonna be 6 here. You're gonna be 45 and a half. You're gonna be 6 here. You're gonna be 245, 50. I'm gonna be Troy. And make up a number 11. No preg. Byron, thank you, sir. We appreciate you. Nice big old stout heifers right there. Be Richie's good cattle guys. As we all know, they're always good right here now. They're going to be open to you. Fancy, fancy kind guys. A lot of genetics behind them. Long, long time yearlings here now. 2 round shots, guys. You're going to be guaranteed open to you. You're going to be, about, Silverter. You're going to be, about 305. 305. You get 5 here. You're going to be 305 here. And you're going to go 305. You get 5. You're going to be 305 here. You're going to be, about 305. You get 5, 5, 5. You're going to be 305 here. And you're going to go $3. You're going to be $3 1 and 301. You get 111. And you're going to 301. You 1. And you're going to go down 301 here. And you're going to go 301. You 1, 1, 1. And you're going to go down 2. And you're going to go 3. And 4. And you're going to be 304. You 304. You 5. You're going to be 306 here. You're going to be $6.07. You're going to be 307. You 6 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 306 here. You're going to be 7 up and 7 about 306 7. You 6 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 7 306. Now going to be Troy. And make a number. You're going to be 27X and you won't preg them. You Troy 27X preg. Richie, appreciate you. Nice cattle there as always now. I'll be the Hex Cattle guys, the Hex Cattle Company. Guys, they're home raised, round of shots in them. They're right off their mamas right here. Belong to Bill, sitting right here with us now. Heifer's going to be guaranteed open to you. He going to be about 335. At 335, he going to be 335 here. He going to be 335. At 335 and 5 here. He going to be 335. He going to be about 335, 325. At 325 and 25 here. He going to be 325, 5, 6, 9. At 326, 7. He going to be 27, 8. 328, 9, 9, 9. Now 30. At 31, he going to be 32. He going to be 33. He going to be 34. He going to be 34. At 35, he going to be 35 here. Down 36. He going to be 36 here. At 35. You're going to be 6 in bid. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37 in the hall. 36 here. Got you there. 36, 37. And 37 of it. 7 about 336 here. You're going to be 7 of it. 7 about. You're going to be 336, 7. 336. That's Mahaffey. Does he pay attention to this too? Off their mama's round of shots ready. You're going to be the good Bill Hex kettle now. Guaranteed open to you. Thank you. Are you going to be 302? Yeah, 2. I ain't going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 312. Yeah, 2. Are you going to be 2? You're going to be 2. 2, 2. You're going to be 301. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 291. 291. You're going to be 291 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be 291. Yeah, 1. 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 291 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be 281. 281. You're going to be not 2. Not 2. Not 2. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 2. And I'm going to be here. You're going to be 281 2. Yeah, 1, 2. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 281. You're going to be 2. 281. I'm going to be Mackie. I'm going to number 62. Mackie 62. Oh, they're going to be heifers. They're going to be guaranteed open to you. Hex cattle down. He's going to be down to 82. 82. I'm going to be here down to 282. Yeah, 2. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 282. 2. You're going to be 282. 82, 82, 82. 82. 3. 83, 3. 83. 83. Troy going to be 3. 83, 3. 282 and 3. Yeah, 3. 4. 84, 94, 94. 85 here. 85. 86 here. 87. 87, 8. 88. 88. I'm going to 87, 8. 287, 8. 87. Of it 8 to bomb. You're going to be 287. 8. You're going to be 287. I'm going to be T. Hang it on 6 and Prague. You'd have been T6 Prague. Our steers, crossbreds, and good here down. You're going to be time, bit of a bounce, celebrate. On, you're going to be down to 305. Hit 305. You hit 5 here. You're going to be 305 here down to 305. Hit 5. You're going to be 305 here. You're going to be 288. 99. 89. 999. You're going to be 289 here down to 275. 276 here. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 276. 7. 277. 280. I'm going to be 282. 282. I'm going to be 285. I'm going to be 285. 87. You're going to be 287. 75. 285. 87. Up here 92, you're going to be 292, on 292, you're going to be 292, 5, yeah, 295, you're going to be 295, 7, 297, a bit 75, on 295, yeah, 7, 3, down to 302, down to 305 here, you're going to be 307, yeah, 307 a bit, 7 about, man, 5 here, you're going to be 7 up here, you're going to be taking about 305, 7, 305, I'm going to be T60, I ain't going to be T on 60. Hey, bull guys, here down, 265, 265 here, now 7, 267, 70, 270, you're going to be 270, you're going to be 270, 270, 270, and 267, 72, you're going to be 75, 275, 77, 280, you're going to be 282, you're going to be 282, 285, you're going to be 285, 87, 287, 90, you're going to be 292, you're going to be 292, 292, 5, you're going to be 295, you're going to be 297, you're going to be 297, 297, get in, Jerry, you're going to be 97, you're going to be 295, 97, I'm going to be 295, 97, 295. I'm going to be Troy. Get him on 65. Get him on Troy, 65. There's steers, shots in them here now. Do you get a big time? Guys getting 1 bull and 2 steers now. On you get a big time? 370 at 370 at 70 370. Do you get a big 370 at 370? You're going to be 370s here. 355 and now 7 55 7 60. Hit 2 2 5. You get 5. You get 7 367 70. You get 372 375 and 377. You get a 380. You get a 380 and 82 at 382 85. You get a 385 87. 87, 87, 87. 385, 7 up here. You're going to be 385 here. You're going to be 7 up in 7 about. You're going to be 385, 87, 385. I'm going to be Jerry on 4. You're going to be Jerry on 4. She's 1 by 5 months here. They're going to be guaranteed off the Jerry 22s here now. You're going to be celebratory. You're going to be 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, 1,500. Yeah, 15. You're going to be 15. 1,500. You're going to be 1,500. You're going to be 13. 15. You're going to be 75. Now going to be out. 13. 75. And now 1,400. You're going to be now quarter. Now high. 14 high. 75. Now 1,500. 15 quarter high. 15 75. 1,600. And a quarter. 16 quarter high. You're going to be 75. And 16 75. Yeah, 17. You're going to be now quarter. And 17 quarter high. 17 high. 1,800. 18 high. 18 high. 1,900, you're going to be 1,950, you're going to be $2,000, at 2,000, sir, you're going to be $2,000, at 2,000, 2050, you're going to be 2050, now 1, you're going to be 2,100, at 21, you're going to be 2,100, sir, now 1 high, at 21 high, now 2, you're going to be 222, you're going to be 2,200, at 22, high, you're going to be 2 and a high, you're going to be 22 high, at 2, 2, 2, 2 and a high, down 3, down, you're going to get 3, you're going to 2,300, at 3 and a half, you're going to be 23 and a 4, you're going to be 2,400, at 24, you get 4 forward, you're going to be 24 and a high, at 24 and a high, you're going to be 24 and a 5, you're going to be 2,500, at 25, you're going to be 2,500, you're going to be 24 and a half here, 5 here, you're going to be about 24 and a 5, 2450, I'm going to be Geronimo. Bill, appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Jerry, you want her back? On the gonna beat hand, bit of on hand, guaranteed off the T6s. On the gonna beat hand, bit of 1 by 2 pluses. On the gonna beat hand, and 1 by 2 and 1 by 3 pluses now. On the gonna beat hand, bit of on 220. Get 220. Get 220. And 20 to bid, 20 to bound, 220, 220, gonna be 220, 220, and 210, 210, high gonna be 10, 10, 10, 11, gonna be 12, 15, 17, get 20, 22, 25, gonna be 27, get 30, gonna be 32, gonna be 35, gonna be 37, gonna be 40, on 240, gonna be 240, 40, 40, gonna be 237, gonna be 40 to bound, gonna be 237, 42, on 242, gonna be 242, 242, gonna be 5, gonna be 245, on 242, gonna be 245 here, gonna be about 242. I'm gonna be Jerry, gonna be number 22 and leave them be. On be 100 days, Wayne, you said? You bet. You're going to be 100 plus days on them, guys. 2 round of vaccines on them. On you're going to be celebratory. You're going to be on 375. On 375, you're going to be 375 here. Thank you, folks. We appreciate you. Nice cattle today. On 375, you're going to be 375 here. You're going to be on 375. On 375, you're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 375 down 350. At 352, I'm going to be 2 to 2. 352. You're going to be 352. I got a man. 352. Hit 2. 8 5 3 bit of a 7 7 7 7 60 360. Hit 2 2 2 365 here. Down 65 67 367 70. Now 372. At 375, going to be 377, going to be 380, 382, going to be 385, 87 to bid 90, going to be 392, going to be 395, going to be 397, at 395, he's 7 up here, going to be 95, 97, going to be 395, 97, 395, Mackey, and number, going to be 32, Mackey 32. On the steers, they come along here today. Going to be 385. Yeah, 385. 85 here. You're going to be about 385 here. You're going to be 385. 85. 85 here. You're going to be 385 here. You're going to be 65 7. On 367. You're going to be 70. You're going to be 370. I got a man here. You're going to be 370. At 367. You're going to be 72. You're going to be 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 75. 77. Yet 80. You're going to be 382. You're going to be 385. 85. 87 up here. 387. 87. 90. You're going to be 390. 92. You're going to be 392. At 392. 95. Going to be 397. You're going to be 394. Down 4 bucks on them 2. Down 4025. If 405. 7 up here. 407. Going to be 10. Jerry be right back. 12. Down now 15. Hit 15. Hit 15. And you're going to be now 17. It's 17. 20. You're going to be 22. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 27. Now 27. 30. Hit 30. And you're going to be 427. You're going to be 30. 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 427. I'm going to be 44. Todd. You're going to be number 44. Big Brothers here. Do you going to be 325? At 325, you're going to be 325 here. Do you going to be here? About 325 and 325 and 5 here. Do you going to be here? About 325 here. Down you're going to go to 310. 310. How you going to be 10, 10, 10? You're going to be 310, 10, 10. 3 bucks on them. At 302. I'm going to be 2 to 2. Down on 302. Hit 2, 222. You're going to be 255. You're going to be 255. Wayne now. Do you going to be 255? At 255. You hit 555. You're going to be 2 bucks on them. 2. I got a man 2. 202. You're gonna be 202. You're gonna be 222. You're gonna be 2 bucks, Jerry. I ain't get him on 10. He's a bull. You're going to be at him. You're going to be at him. You're going to 275. 275. You're going to do 275 here. You're going to be, boys, he ain't quite right there now. You're going to be at him. $1.50. 150. 150. 150. You're going to be dollar bill. $1. 50 cents a pound. You get 50. You get 50 cents here. You're going to be 50 cents a pound. You're going to be 10 cents a pound. You get 12. Down 15, 20, 5, 30, 5, 40, 5, 50, 5, 65. It's 70. You're going to be 75, 80. Net of it, you're 85. 85. 80 bucks here. 85 here, 85 here, you do it here, 85, 90, you're going to be 90, 90, 90, 85, going to be 90, 85, going to be 90, going to be 90, going to be 90, 85, going to be 90, and 85, Rob. I'm going to be on 100, Rob, 100. Are you going to be, you're going to buy, I'm going to be on Posty there, you're going to be, I'm going to be on Sullivan there, tracking off, boys, you're going to be, side on 150, 155, 155, 155 here, 60, 160, 160, 155, 65, 70, 80, 90, 210, 20, 220, 220, 210, 20, get a 210, 20, 210, get a 20, get a 20, get a 20, 210, high, get a 20, get a 20, get a 20, 210, Trent, you get a number 24X. Guys are not guaranteed. They're off their mamas right here. They're all natural to you. On negative cemetery boys and one of them pulsing cattle now. On negative 301 here 40 at 340 at 340. Hey, gonna be 40 to 40 to bomb. You're gonna be 340 at 340 at 340 40 40 and 31 and 331. It 1 1 1 2 31 2 and I got him in here down 31 2 on 331. Now 2 2 2. He gonna be 31 2 on 331 2. High gonna be 2 2 2 2 3 3 3 3 4 gonna be 34 35 and 35 36 here. You're gonna be 37. You're gonna be 38. You're gonna be 38 on 338. Yes, 7 up here and 8 here. You're gonna be 337. I gotta be number 42. Mackie, you got him on 42. Mackie 42. I'll be the big sisters. You're gonna be. I got you. I'm not guaranteed to be the stocking cattle now. Gary Stocking's cattle. I'm not guaranteed now. He's going to be all natural. They're going to be 290. 291. They're going to be 291. 291. It won. You're going to be 290 bid 1 1 1. You're going to be 290 bid 1. You're going to be 281. 281. Native bid 81 by 2. Native 2. Not going to ban 281 2. 82 3 4 84 85 85 86 86 87 88 89 89 90. 290. You're going to be 290 290 290 290. 89 going to be 90. You're going to be 90 here. You're going to be 289. I got to be Jerry. You got him on 22 and Preg. You got him on Jerry 22 Preg. Big sisters here, guys. Not guaranteed. You're going to be celebratory. You're going to be you're going to be 235. Yeah, 235. You're going to be 235 here. You're going to be about 235. On 235. You're going to be 5 here. You're going to be 235 here. You're going to be about 235. On 235. 221. 21 here. 221. Hit 2. I'm going to be 21 2. 21 2. 221 2. 21 2 3. You're going to be 5 here. You're going to be 7. Now 30. You're going to be 32. And 32. Yeah, 32 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37 40. You're going to be 242. On 245, going to be 247, negative 247, 50, on 252, negative 252, negative 252, you 5, going to be 255, 7, 257, 60, 260, on 260, down 2, 262 and pound, 265, 267, 70, on 270, you're going to be 272, you're going to be 275, going to be 277, on 280, you're going to be 282, you're going to be 285, going to be 285, 82, 85, you're going to be 282 here, 5 here, you're going to be 282 and 2 and 5 here, you're going to be 282 and 5, 282, Maria. Ruben. I ain't seen you in a while. I forgot. Ruben. I ain't getting $4 on him, too. Yeah, 402. I get to be 222, and you're going to be 402. And 222, you're going to be 402. Yeah, 2. I get 2. You're going to be 222. With a minimum 375. And 375, 80. You're going to be 385, 385, 85. You're going to be 385. Larry, what do you think here? You're going to be 385. And 380's here, 5. You're going to be 385 here. You're going to be 385, 85, 85, 85, 385, 90. Hit 90, 390, 390, 390, 95. You're going to be down 4. You're going to $4 on him. Hit $4. Hit 4. 4. You're going to be 395 forward. You do it here. 395. You're going to be 4. You're going to be 4. You're going to be 4. 395. Trent, you get up on number 23. Sam, you better be careful sitting by that boy up there now. He's from Ohio. You got to want this one. Better pay attention to him. Yeah. $310. Jerry, you should have sold your bred heifer for you. Off their mamas. You're going to be 320. You get 320. You get 320. 20 to mid 20 to bound. You're going to be 320. At 320. You get 320. You're going to be 320. You're going to be 310. At 310. You get 210. You're going to be 310. You're going to be 210. You're going to be 310. At 310. You're going to be 291. At 291. You're going to be 291 bid. One bound. You're going to be 291. You're going to be 291. At 291. You get 222. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 291. 2. You get 2. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 93. You're going to be 93. 93. 93. At 203. And 392. 292 and 3, 3, 3, 292 and 3 and 3. You're going to be 292 and 3. Get 3, 3, 3, 3, 292, 3, 4. You're going to be 94. Get 94. 5. You're going to be 95 here. You're going to be 95, 96 here. You're going to be 96 higher. Get 95. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 295 here. 6, 7. Get 97. You're going to be 97, 97, 8. At 298. 8, 8, 8. And you're going to get 99, 299. Get 3, and 300. Get 3. $3 on them. And you're going to 299. Get 3. Get 3. Get 3. Get 3. 299 Mosley. Big Bills here. You're going to be 275. At 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. On 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be about 275. You're going to be 261. You get 1. 1, 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 261 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be 261. You get 1. You're going to be 261. 250. On 251. I'm going to be 2, 3, 4. Down 54. 55. And going to be 55. 600. 56 here. 7. And 57 bid. 75. 57. 8. You get 8. 8, 8, 9, 9, 9. 259. You get 9, 9, 9, 9, 60. You're going to be 260. You're going to be 260, 259, 99, and 60. You're going to be 259. I'm going to be CA. I'm going to have a number you say 66. You're going to be you're going to be 235. 235. You're going to be 235 here. You're going to be 235. 6 here. And 36 here. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 38. You're going to be 39. You're going to be 40. You're going to be 240. 240. You get 240 to bid 40 to buy. I'm going to be 241. You're going to be 241. You're going to be 242. Hit 2. I'm going to be down 3. You're going to be 244. You're going to be 244. Hit 5. You're going to be 245 here. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 46 here. And 246. 7. You're going to be 248. You're going to be 249. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 251. You're going to be 251. Hit 1, 2. You're going to be 223. You're going to be 54. You're going to be 255. 56 here. 56 here. You're going to be 255. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 255. I'm going to be Sam. You get number straight. You get him on Sammy straight. Their bulls are 2 weeks weaned. You're going to be the Carpenter cattle. You're going to be down to 335. Get 335. You're going to be 35 here. Down to 335. Get 35. You're going to be 335 here. Down to 320. Get 321. I got a man here down to 321. Get 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 21, 2. 23. You're going to be 24. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 26 here. You're going to be 27. Get 28. You're going to be 29. You're going to be 29. At 328. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 328. 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 328. I got to be Jerry. Get him on 4. You get him on Jerry on 4. You're going to be 270. You're 271. On 271. Now on 2, 2, 2, 2, 71, 2. And I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 271, 2. 1, 2, 3. You're going to be 74. You're going to be 74, 74, 74. On 274. You're going to be 74, 75. You're going to be 75 here. You're going to be 76 higher. It's 76, 77. You're going to be 78. You're going to be 79. 79. Get 80. You're going to be 280, 280, 280. And 81. On 281. You're going to be 282, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 83. 83, 4, 84, 94, 94, 83, 4, 4, 4. You're going to be about 283 and 4, 283. I'm going to be CA 66, CA 6 and a 6. I'll be the Floyd Farms. I got a round of shots, guys. Off their mamas are open. On you're going to be 10, but a bit of on 310 and 310. High going to be 10. You're going to be 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310 and 310. High going to be 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 10, 10. You're going to be $3 1 and 301. You get 1, 1, 1, 2. You're going to be 302. And I'm going to be here down. You're going to be 302, 2, 2, 2. And 301, 2. High going to be 2. You're going to be 2, 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 301. Mackey. I'm going to have number 52. Mackey 52. Little bulls will be whatever they're going to be. They're steers, ain't they? Get a little both right here now. Steers and bulls mix. So you're going to be with a bit of a round of vaccines in them. You're going to be with a bit of on 350. You get 350, and you're going to get 50, and you're going to get 350, and 350. You get 50 to bid 2, and you're going to get 352, and 352. You get 5, and you're going to be 355, 7. You get 60, 2, 5. You're going to be 65, 7. You're going to be 70, and 370, and 372. You're going to be 372, 2 to bid 2, 2 to bid 2. You get 75. You're going to be 375 here, and both out here. 375, 77, and 377, 80. You're going to be 380, 380, 380. You're going to be 77, 80, and 377, 80. You're going to be 377. They're going to be Jerry. And number 4, you're going to be Jerry on 4. Their steers are good now. You're going to be steers and bulls. They're going to be mixed for you. Round of exchange in them. You're going to be down to 340 and 340. You're going to 340 and 340. You're going to be 40 to bid 40 to mom. You're going to be 340 and 340. And you're going to 330 and 331. You're going to 31 here. And I got them in here down to 331. Get 31. You're going to be 331, 2, 3. You're going to be 34. You're going to be 35 and 35. Only one bull now. 36 high. At 36. You're going to be 36 here. And 37. You're going to be 30 high. You're going to be 39, 9 high. Get 9. You get 39 here. And 339. Get 9, 9, 9, 40. Hey, you're going to be 340. Hey, you're going to be 340 to 41 and 42 and 42. You get 2, 2, 3. You're going to be 43, 44 and 44, 45 and 46 here. You're going to be 47, 48. You get 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 349. You get 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348 and 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348 and 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348. I'm going to be Troy, number 55. You're going to be Troy, 55. Just 5. You get Troy, just 5. Troy, 5. I'll be the Haskins cattle guys. 2 round shots in them here now. The bigger heifers will be open to you now. You're going to be 335. You're 335. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37 of it 7 now. 35, 7. And 337. Do it here down. 37, 40. 340, 340. And 342. You're going to be 2 to bid 5. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 345. And 345. You're going to be 205 here. You're going to be 342 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 342. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 5. 342. Mackey. I get him on 52. Mackey 52. The big sisters are open now. You're going to be 325 and 325 and 325 here. You're going to be 325 and 325 and 325 here. You're going to be 320 and 320 and you're going to down 320, 15 bid and 315 and you're going to 15, 16. You're going to be 16 and 316, 16 and 316. I got a man 316. You're going to be 17. You're going to 18, 318. You get 19. You're going to be 20. You're going to 21, 321, 2 and 22. You're going to be 23. You're going to be 24. You're going to be 24 and 25. You're going to be 26 here. You're going to be 26 higher and 325. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 6 up here. 325, 6, 325. I'm going to be Troy. You're going to win 5X. You're going to win Troy. You're going to win 5X. Their steers off their mamas. They're going to be got the shots in them here now. And they're going to be down a bit on 370. At 370 and 370. Brandon, what do you think here? You're going to be 370 and 370. You get 70, 70, 70. 2 round shots, guys. Their steers 370. And now 2. You get 2, 2, 2. Now I'm going to be here down 5. You're going to be 77. You're going to be 380, 382, 85, 87 of it, 87, 90. You're going to be 392. You're going to be 395. You're going to be 97. Get 397. Now 4. Down 2. Down 402. Get 25. You get 405 here. You're going to be 7 up here. 10, 410. Get 10. You now 12, 12, 12, 4, 12, 15. It's 17. You're going to be 17, 20. You're going to be 420. You're going to be 420. It's 17, 20. You get 17. You're going to be 20. 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 You're going to be 417. I'm going to be Brandon. I'm going to be number 5. You Brandon on 5. Brandon 5. You're going to be 2 round shots in here, boys. You're going to be their steers. They're good. You're going to be 340 and 340. You get 340 to bid 40 to buy. Bid now 1 and 341. You're going to be 341 bid 1 buy. You're going to be 341. Get 1. You're going to be 340. Get 1. Get 1. Get 1. You're going to be 341 and 341. You're going to be 31 and 31 and 331 2. You get 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 31 2. 331. Get him in 2. Get him in 2. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 and 31 2. You're going to be 331. Get him in 2. Get him in 2, 3. You're going to be 34. You're going to be 35 and 35, 36 here. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 38. You're going to be 38. Get 9, 940. You're going to be 341. You're going to be 342. You're going to be 43 and 44. You get 45 here. Down 46 here. Down 46 higher. And 347. 7 of it. 7 of it. 8. You're going to be 348. Get 8. And you're going to get 9, 9, 9, 50. And you're going to get 350. 49, 50. You're going to be 349. I'm going to be T. You're going to want 60. T60. The yearlings are steers now. You're going to be Yearling Steers. You're going to be 310 at 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be Yearlings and Steers now. 310 at 310. I'm going to be 10. You're going to be 10, 10, 10. 310 at $3 on them. Get $3. You get 333. You're going to get $3 on them. And 333. You're going to be 333. You're going to be 291. At 291. You're going to be 291 bid. One buy. You're going to be 291. 281. At 281. You're going to be 281 bid. One buy. You're going to be 281 here. They're Yearlings. They're Steers. I want 270 on them. 271. You're going to be down 2, 2, 3. You're going to be 73, 3, 3. On 272 and 3. You're going to be 10, 4, 75. You're going to be 77. On 277, 80. You're going to be 280. You're going to be 280, 280. It's 77, 80. You get 82. You're going to be 282. 82, 85. You're going to be 285, 87. You're going to be 287. 85, 87. 87 to 75. 285, 87, 90. You're going to be 290. Get 2. You get 292. You're going to be 292 and 2. You're going to be 290, Troy. And make up number 9, Troy 9. On heifers and $4 here too. Hit 402. Me the Jones cattle guys. They're off their mamas, round of shots, open when they get big enough. 402. Hit 2. I ain't gonna be 2. You're gonna be 222. You're gonna be 402. Hit 2. I ain't gonna be 222. You're gonna be 402. You're gonna be 382. You're gonna be 382. 85, 7, 90. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 5. You're gonna be 7. You're gonna be 4. You're gonna be 2. 425. You're gonna be 405 here down. 405 and 205. You're gonna be 402. 7. 407. You're gonna be 10, 12 down. 412. 412 down. 12, 12, 12 now 15. You're gonna be 15, 17. It's 17. You're gonna be 20. You're gonna be 20, 20, 20. 417. You're gonna be 20. You're gonna be 20. You're gonna be 20. Hit 2. Hit 422. Hit 25. You're gonna be 27. 427. 27, 30. You're gonna be 32. You're gonna be 32. At 32. You're gonna be 32 here. You're gonna be 430. Now 2, 2, 2. You're gonna be 430. I'm gonna be Ruben. Shots off their mamas. You're going to be 330. Hit 1. You get 30. 1 bid 2. You're going to 32. You're going to be 32. Hit 3. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. Down 40. 342. And 345. You're going to be 347. 50. 352. 352. Hit 2 to be 2. 355. Bit of a 7. Hit 7. Bit of a 7. Bit of a 7. Bit of a 7. At 355. You 7 up here. You're going to be 3. Bit of a 7. Bit of a 7. Bit of a 7. 355. I'm going to be Mackey. You get on number 52. Mackey. 5-2. Mackey on 52. You guaranteed to be open to you. You're going to be off their mamas vaccinated. And you're going to be 310. Yeah, 310. You get 310, 10, 10. You're going to be 310. And 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be $3 1. You're going to be down 2, 302. I'm going to be here down. You're going to do 312. Hit 2, 3, 303, 4. You're going to 304. Hit 4. You get 304 here down 3 here 4. Both out here. 3 and 3. Down 4. Hit 4. Down 3 here 4 5. You're going to be 305 here down 305. Hit 5. You get 6 here down $6 7. You're going to be 307 8. 308 9. Hit 9 10. 310. 10, 10, 11, 11 to be 12, 3, 12, 13, hit 14, now 15, you're going to be 16, you're going to be 17, 18, hit 19, you're going to be 20, hit 21, you're going to be 22, you're going to be 23, you're going to be 24, 324, you hit 4 and 4 and 4, you're going to be 323 and 3 and 4, 323, I'm going to be Troy, you're going to be 5X and Troy, 5XX and Preg, hit Troy, 5XX and Preg. 425, hit 425, here 25 here, you're going to be 425, hit 25, you're going to be 425 here, you're going to be 425, do it here, $4 2, hit 402, you hit 222, you're going to be 425, hit 405, I got to be here, 5 7, you're going to be 10, you're going to be 12, you're going to be 15, you're going to be 17, 20, hit 420, hit 420, 20, 20, you're going to be 17, 22, at 25, you hit 27 to 30, you hit 32, I'm 35, 37 to 40, down 2, hit 45, 45 here, down 47, for 47, 45 here, you're going to be 7 up here, for 45, you're going to be 7, 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 for 45, I'm going to be Todd. In number 6, Todd 6, Todd 6. Rachel, thank you, appreciate you. Be your last set of them right here now. You're going to be Still a Good Jones cattle. They're going to be 407. Hit 407. Their steers are vaccinated and they are good now. 407. Hit 7. You hit 405 here. You're going to be 7 up here. 405. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 7 now. 395. At 395. You're going to be 395 here. You're going to be 395 7. At 397. I'm going to bend down here. You're going to be 395. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 395 7. At 395. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 395 here. You're going to be 7 up 7 around. You're going to be 395 97. 395. I'm going to be same way. Todd, you hit number 6. To the Jones family, thank you. Appreciate you. Nice cattle. I'll be the Ramey cattle. On off their mamas. You're going to be round of shots in them here now. You're going to be 10, 325. You get 325. You're going to be 325 here. 325, 7. You're going to be 27. You get 327. You get 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 325. You're going to be 6. You're going to be 6. You're going to be 7. 325. You're going to be 7 up here. 7 of them. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 7 up here. 325. You're going to be 6. You're going to be 6. You're going to be 7. 325. I'm going to be 5X. You're going to run Troy. You're going to run 5X. Yeah, you get around in them, boys. You're going to be $3 1. Hit 301. You're going to be 301 bid 2. You're going to be 302. Now I'm going to be here down. You're going to be 301 2. Hit 2. Now I'm going to be 2 2 2 302 1 2. You're going to be 301. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. Now I'm going to be here down. You're going to be 301 2. Hit 2 2 2 2 2 2. You're going to be 301. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2 301. I'm going to be same way. Sherman Long Troy. You're going to run 5X. Little Bulls will beat. He gonna beat him. Would have been on 450. Hit 450. Hit 50. And you're gonna get 50. 450. In 450. And you're gonna get 440. Hit 40. Hit 440s here. And you're gonna get 440. Hit 420. Hit 420. Hit 2. You're gonna be 22. And I'm gonna be in 422. 222. 422. Hit 2. Hit 25. Gonna be 27. Gonna be 30. Gonna be 2. Hit 35. Gonna be 37. Gonna be 37. Hit 437 and 37. Gonna be 75. 435 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. 435. Gonna be 740. Hit 40. Hit now 2. Hit 42. You hit 2 to 2 for 42 and 2. You're going to be for 42. 2 to 2. 2 to 2. 2 to 2. Are you going to be for 40? I'm going to be Trent 23. You hit Trent on 23. Their steers rounding them, guys. Their steers off their mamas. And they're going to be 377 and 377 and 377. They're going to be 377. They're going to be 377 and 377. They're going to be 377. They're going to be 371 and 371. You won 1 1 2 2 2 2. You're going to be 371 2 9 3 5 7 82 5 7 90. Hit 2. You hit 95. Going to be 97. Going to be 4. Going to be 2. Going to be 5. Going to be 4 5. Hit 4 2 and 3. Hit 3 3 3. Going to be 2 3 and 3. And you're going to be 4 2. Going to be 3, gonna be 3, gonna be 3, gonna be 3, 402 and 3, 402. I gonna be Todd 6. You get Todd. You gonna be number 6. You're gonna hold one to everybody down. You're gonna be hold one. You're gonna be at hand. I'm round of shots off their mamas. You're going to be 332. Get 2. 332. You're going to be 332. Get 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 2 2 2 2. You're going to be 332. Get 2. And now 320. Hit 321. I'm going to be here. 321. 2 3 5. You're going to be 7. And 327. And 27. 7 about 30. 32 5 7. 37 40. You're going to be 40. And 342. And 345 7. 347. And 347. 347 50. And 350. And 350 third. And 350 in Mosley, going to be 15, and you're going to 347, 50, you're going to 347, going to be 15, and you're going to 347. I'm going to be Camp, you number 5, you're going to on Camp on 5. He's a bull, and he's got a small little bump right there underneath his jaw. And you're going to be 10, you're going to be 225. 225, you're going to be 225 here, down 30, you're going to be 230, and I'm going to be here down, you're going to be 230, and 30, 225, 30, 225, you're going to be 30, 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 225 here, 30's here, 225, you're going to be 30, 225, I'm going to be Trent, you're going to be number 24. They're going to be the Nixon cattle. On Stellar. And they're going to be, I'm going to try to find it right here. You're going to be the Nixon cattle. Two round shots, no implants, guys. They are guaranteed open. 30 days. You're going to be Silverter. You're going to be down. You're going to be 320. Hit 320. Hit 20. You're going to be 320 to 20 to bomb. You're going to be 320. You're going to be 320. And 320. Hit 20. You're going to be 310. You're going to be 310. And 310 12. You hit 312, 12, 12. And you're going to be 15. You're going to be 17. Hit 20. You're going to be 322. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 25. And 325 7. 27 to be 7 to bomb. 325 7. And 325. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 7. And 30. And 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35, going to be 37, going to have 40, now 2, and 345, going to be 347, going to be 345, I'm going to be, hanging on Mackie, I'm going to be number 42, Mackie 42. Guys are big, stout, and good here now. They're going to be 30-plus days on them. They're vaccinated here now. They're going to be, and they were open, weren't they? They're going to be guaranteed open to you. You're going to be on 310 at 310. You get 10, 10, 10, 310 at 310. I'm going to be 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 10, 10, 310 at 310. You get 10, 10, 10, 310 to be 10 to buy. You're going to be 310 at 310, 10, 10, $3 one at 301. You get 111. You're going to be 301 here, guaranteed open now. 301. You get one. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 281 2, 81 2, 222, not gonna be here 3, 83 4, 84, 85, 85, 86 here, 87, 87, 88, 89 here, 89. You get 90. You're gonna be 90, 90, 90. You're gonna be 290, 290, 290, 89. Gonna be 90. You're gonna be 289. Gonna be 90 here. You're gonna be 289. I'm gonna be T6 and Prague. You get him on T6 Prague. Gonna guarantee you. Pretty good little man here. He steered. He gonna be $4 $5. Hit 405. You get 5 here. You're gonna be 405. Gonna be 5. Gonna be 5. Gonna be 5. Hit 405. You get 555. You're gonna be 4 5 10 10 10 410 15. He gonna be 20. You're gonna be 5. You're gonna be 30. You're gonna be 5 435. Hit 40 for 40 for 40 for 40. Hit 445 45 50. Then you're gonna get 55 60 5 65 70. Hit 475 80. You're gonna be 480 again. 480. Hit 75 80. You're gonna be 475 80. You're gonna be 475. They're gonna be camp. You get them on 0. Or you get them on camp on 0. They're steers. They're good ones now. He going to be time. He going to be time. 312 and 312. You get 12, 312 and 312. He get 12 here. He going to be about $3 one and 301. You get 1 2. Going to be 302. 302. Hit 3 3 3 3 3 4. Going to be 304. Going to be 304. Hit 4 5. Going to be 305 here. You're going to be 6 here down 6 higher. Hit 7. Going to be 7 8 308. Hit 8 8 8 8 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 307 8. Hit 9 9 9 9 9 9 9 308 9. Hit 9 9 9 9 308 here. 9 here. You're going to be yes sir. You're going to be 308 9 9 9 308. Not going to be Troy and number 65. You're going to be another heifers. They're good. Be new drive for you. Jennings. I believe it's a Jennings cattle. Off their mamas. That'd be vaccinated. Lewis Jennings. They are guaranteed open. You're going to be Silva there. You're going to be I want 330 on them. Get 330. Get 330. You're going to be 330. You're going to be 330. You're going to be 330 and 330. You get 30 and 320. At 320. You're going to be 320 to bid 20 to bomb. Make it a 320 and 320. At 320. You're going to be 20 to bid 20 to bomb. Make it a 320 down 310 11 and 311. You're going to be down 12 and 13 15. You're going to be 17. Hit 20. You're going to be 322. You're going to be 325 and 27 and 327 and 25 27 30 330 330 and 27 8 9 999 at 328 9. You get 999. You're gonna be 328 999. You're gonna be 328. I'm gonna be Troy and number 5X. You get on Troy. You get on 5X. Their steers are big, stout, and good, vaccinated. You're going to be you're going to be right off their mamas. You're going to be 325 at 325 and 5 here. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 325 at 325. You're going to be 325 here. You're going to be 310 at 310. You 11, 311, 311. I got them in here down 310, 11 at 311. Money's on the wall. 310, 11 at 310. 11 up here. You're going to be 310, 11, 12. And you're going to be 13. You're going to be 14. You're going to be 14, 15. You're going to be 16. You're going to be 16, 17, 18 at 318, 18, 19. You're going to be 20, 321. 2. You're going to be 3, 23, 24. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 26 here. You're going to be 27. You're 28. You're going to be 29. You're going to be down 30. You're going to be 31. You're going to be 31. At 331. You're going to be 331 bid. 1 buy now 2. You're going to go to 33. At 34. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 35 here. You're going to be 335. At 334. 5 here. You're going to be 34 here. 5 here. You're going to be down 334. I'm going to be T. I'm going to be on 60. I'm T60. You're either going to be stairs, or you're going to be off their mamas. They're all natural. He's a bull now. And they're going to be on 355. Get 355, 5, 60. You're going to be 360. You do it here down 360. And 365, 65, 65, 65, 365. And 365. Jerry, what do you think you're down 365, 70, 375. And 380. And 385. Going to be 385, 85, 90. You're going to be 390. And 385, 90. Get 385, going to be 90. And 385 here, 90 here. You're going to be 385, going to be 90, going to be 90, going to be 90, 385. I'm going to be Jerry. Going to be on 4. You Jerry on 4. 4. Jerry on 4. I'll see heifer here. You're going to be 335, 40. You're going to be 335, 40, and 340. You get 35, 40. You're going to be 35, 40. You're going to get 320, and 320. You get 20, 20 to bid 20, 320, and 320, 20 to bid 20, 320, 310, and 310. You're going to be 10, 12, and you're going to be 312, 12, 12. Now I'm going to be down 312, 15. You 15, 17. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 17, and 317. You 15. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 17. 315, 17. You do it, and 315. I'm going to be hanging on Mackie. You get a number. You're going to be 42. Mackie 42. And you're going to be D-Wall cattle guys are off their mamas. Round of shots. Their steers. What'd you see underneath there? You're going to be $4. Now 2. You get 402. You're going to be 222. You're going to be 402. You get 2. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 402. You get 2. I'm going to be 222. I just want to hear what you had to say. 402. You get 2. And now 2 here. You're going to be and 380. And 380. And now 2. And 382. You're going to be 2. And 382. 85. 87. 90. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. 395. 2 download. And 395. Get 257. You're going to be now 4. You're going to be now 2. 405. Get 407. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 15. You're going to be 17. You get 20. You're going to be 2. And 5 here. And 425. 7. 427. And now 30. Get 30. You get 32. You're going to be 432. 2 to be 2. 2 to be 2. Jerry on back in there for 32. You get 2. I'm going to be 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 430. And they're going to be Todd, number 6. You Todd on 6. Jason Brown's cattle. Their guys are going to be home raised. They're yearlings. They're heifers. 2 rounds of the vaccines, and they're open to you. 305. You get 305 here. You're going to be 305. You get 5 here. You're going to be 305. You get 305. You get 5 here. You're going to be 305 here. You're going to be 305. 5, 5. You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 275 here. Yearlings and open now. 275. 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 260. 260. 260. 260. 260. 268. You're going to be 250. 251. You're going to be 251 here. You're going to be 251. 51. Now 2, 2, 2, 3, 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 60. You're going to be 2. On 262, 2, 2, 5, you get 5, you get 7, and 70, and 271, you're going to be 272 and 3, down 73 and 4, you're going to be 75, you're going to be 76 here, 77, you're 78 and 9 and 9, now 80, you're going to be 281, 281, on 280, 81, you're going to be 280, bid 1, bid 1, bid 1, bid 1, bid 1, you're going to be 280, that's going to be Mackie, and make up a number, you say 72, you get Mackie, 72. You're going to be big stout heifers. Your yearlings guaranteed open to you. You're going to be 255. 255. Stick them right on there. You're going to be 255, 6 here. 256, 255, 6, 7, 8, 16, 2, 5. You get 5. You get 5. You get 5. 60, 25. You get 5 here. 257. You get 7, 70, 270. On 271. You're going to be 271, 2. You're going to be down 3. You're going to be 73. Now 74. It's 74, 75. You're going to be 75 here. You're going to be 76 higher. You're going to be 77. 277. 278, 78, 78, 9, 9, 9. You get 80. You're going to be 280, 281, 281, 2, 82, 2, 2, 2, 2, 281, get 2, get 2, get 2, get 2, 281. I got to be CA, get him on 28. Prag him. CA 28, Prag, and a guarantee. I'm pretty good cut boys here. You're going to be 200 and I'm at 70. 270. 270. You're going to be 270. You're going to be 270. You're going to be 270. 270. You're going to be 270. You're going to be 260. 261. It won. 1, 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 261 here. You're going to be 261. It won. 1, 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 251. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 2, 251, 2. And I'm going to be 2, 2, 2. Yes, sir. You're going to be 251. You're going to be 2, 3. You're 3. Out now. 4. You're going to be 254. 54, 54. You get 5. You're going to be 255. 6 here. Down 56. You're 57. You're going to be 58. You're going to be 50. 57A. You're 8. 57 8. You're going to be 257A. You're going to be 257. I'm going to be Jerry 10. Jerry on 10. $30 wean, round of shots. You're going to be celebratory. You're going to be 320. At 320. At 320. You're going to be 320 to 20 to bomb. You're going to be 320. You're going to be 320. You're going to be 320. At 320. You get 10. You get 310. You get 10. You're going to be 10 12. You're going to be 312. Now I'm going to be down here. 312 15. You get 15. You're going to be 17 20. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. 327 30. At 330. At 332. You're going to be 32. And both out here is 332. Money's in the ring. You get 332. 5. You're going to be 35 and 37. And 37. And 337. 40, you're going to be 340, and now 2. You get 342 and 2, you're going to be 342, 2 to be 2, 2 to be 2, 2 to be 2, 340. I get to be Seth, and get him on 4X. You get him on Seth on 4X. Heifers, 30 days on them. You're going to be at you're going to be 310, 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 310. You're going to be 10, you're going to be 10, $3 at 301. You get 111. You're going to be 301 bid, one buy. You're going to be 291. You get 2. You get 222. You're going to be 291, 2, 912, 912. Get 291, 2. You're going to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. You're going to be 93. 292 and 3, 4. You're going to be 94, 95. You're going to be 96 here. You're going to be 97. You're going to be 98. Get 98, 99. You're going to be 299, 99. Get 98, 99. You're going to be 298.99. You're going to be 298. You're going to be Todd. Get him on 51. You're going to be Todd 51. You take another here. He going to be on 320. At 320, he going to be 20 to bid 20 to buy. Right off from Mama. She's all natural to you. 321. At 321, he going to be 321 bid, one buy. Now 2. You're going to be 322. Get 2, 1, 2. He going to be 321. You're going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. I got him in here down 321. Trent, what do you think here? Down 321. You're going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 321. I going to be Seth 4X. You get him on Seth. Then get him on 4X. On Heifer here, you're going to be going here down, 340, at 340, at 340, at 320, at 320, you get 20, you're going to be 320 to bid, 20 to buy, make it to be 320, at 320, you get 20, you're going to be $3 you're going to be 301, you get 1, you get $3 301 bid, 1 buy, you're going to be 301, you get 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, you're going to be 291, you're going to be 291, 2, 2, not going to be out, at 291, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 291, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 2, 291, Mackie. I get him on 52. Mackie 52. Mackie on 5-2. On negative beat. He get about on little heifer. On negative beat. You say steer? Heifer, lift that tail. Let's see. On negative beat. You say 700. Yes, 700 quarter. Yes, 7 quarter. Yes, 7 quarter. You're gonna be 7 quarter. You're gonna be 725 here. You're gonna be 725. Yes, 725. You're gonna be 500. You get 5 and a quarter. You get 5 and a quarter high. 550, 75. You're gonna be 600. 6 and a quarter. 6 and a high. 75, 7. Hit quarter. 7 and a quarter. Quarter high. 7 high. It's 750. You're gonna be 750, 75. 775. It's 750. You get 775 here. You're gonna be 750. You're gonna be 75 here. You're gonna be 750. 75, 750. That going to be Lorenzo. You Lorenzo got her. You Lorenzo. He going to be he going to be their bulls are good. He going to be 375 and 375. You get 375 here. You're going to be 375 and 375. You're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 352 and 352. Hit 2. I'm going to be 355 here. Down 557. You're going to be 60. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. And 67. 367 down 70. You're going to be 372 and 5. 377, 80, 382, 385, 87. Hit 90, 392, 395, 397. You $4 on them. Here, $4 here. You're going to be 397, 4 and 397. Get them in 4 here. You're going to be 397. Get them in 4. 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 397. I'm going to be Mackie. Get them in 45. Mackie 45. I'm going to be the Baird cattle for you. Their bulls are good. Now a long time weaned here to be all natural. You're going to be you're going to be $4 on him. You get $4. You get 4. You get 4. You're going to be $4 on him. You get 4. You're going to be 355 and 355. 5. You're going to be 355 and 355. You're going to be 355. You're down 335 and 35. Now 40, 5, 55, 60, 5, 75 and 380 and 380, 85, 90, 399, 395. You get 4. Down $4 on him. 5. You're going to be 4, 5. You get 10. 4, 10, 10, 10. 4, 5. Going to be 10. Going to be 10. Going to be 10. 4, 5, 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You get a 10, and would have been on 405. Rob 0. You get him in Robbo. I'm going to be $4 on him. You get 2 down 402. I got a man. $4 here 2. He going to be 222. They're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 15. You're going to be 17. You get 20. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7 and 427. You get 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be down 40. You get 42. You're going to be 42 down for 42. Get 2. I'm going to be for 42. Be 2 bound down. You're going to get for 45 and 45. If for 42. You're going to be 5 here. You're going to be bound for 42. I'm going to be Jerry on 4. And you're going to be Jerry on 4. You Jerry 4. Send him by the head. No one 500. You get 500. And quarter, you get 5 and a quarter, Mr. Hex. Do you like him there at hand? 5 and a quarter. You get 5 and a quarter. You're going to be 5 and a quarter. Hey, 550 got you there. 5 and a quarter. Hey, you get 550, 550, 75, 575. You get 600. You're going to be 600 and quarter. 6 and a quarter. Hey, you get 650. You're going to be 650, 650. You get 75, 675. You get 650. You get 75 here. You're going to be 650. You're going to be 75, 650, 75. You're going to be 650. Lorenzo. You gonna beat him, bit of a you gonna beat him, bit of a you say bull, bit of a you're gonna be 345 and 345, you're gonna be 345, you're gonna be 345 7, you're gonna be 347, I got him here down 345 7 and 345, you're gonna be 7 up here, you're gonna be 52 5 7, you're gonna be 60, hit 2, and now 362, you're gonna be 2, you're gonna be 2, 362, now you're gonna be 2 2 2 2, you're gonna be 362, you're gonna be 360, I gotta be Jerry 4, you're gonna be Jerry on 4. On their bulls, they're good here. Hey, gonna be time, but on 355 and 355, 5, 5. You're gonna be 355 and 355, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7, bit of a 7. I got him here down 55, 7, 355. You're gonna be 7 up here, 55 here. You're gonna be 7, 355. You're gonna be 7 up here down 357 and 55. You're gonna be 7 up and 7 5, 3 bit of a 7, 16, 2, 5. Ziggity 5, Ziggity 5. Mr. Mosley, gonna be 5, 7. It's 7, 7, 7. Ziggity 5, 7, Ziggity 5, 7. You're gonna be 365 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 365. I gotta be Mosley. I ain't gonna Mosley. On their bulls, you get to be 10, 310, you get 310, how you get to be 10, 10, 10, you get to be 310, and 310, you get 10, 10, 10, you get to be 281, you get to be 281, 2, 81, 2, and I got to enter down, you get to be 281, 2, 281, 2, 281, 2, on 281, 2, 3, 85, 3, 4, 94, 94, 94, 94, on 284, 5, 87, 90, you get to be 2, you get to be 2, 2, 2, 5, you 97, you're going to be down 3, you're going to be down 2, now 5, 307, and 307, 5 here, you're going to be 7 up here, you're going to be 305, you're going to be 10, you're going to be 10, you're going to be 10, you're going to be 7, 305. I got to be JW5, JW5. Cutman here. He gonna be 10, bit of a you're gonna be 340 and 340. You get 40. You're gonna be 340. You're gonna be 340, 340, 240. You're gonna be 240 at 240. You're gonna be 240 and 240 at 240. You get 240. Thought you really liked them. You're gonna be 240 at 240, 221. And down 2. I'm gonna be 21 2. And I'm gonna hit down. I'm gonna be 221 at 2 at 2. You get 3. You're gonna be 5. You're gonna be 7. You're gonna be 27. You get 30. You're gonna be 31. You're gonna be 31 and 31 2. You're gonna be 33. You're gonna be 33. You're gonna be 33. Hit 4, 5. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be 35, 6 here, and 37. You're gonna be 30. Hey, you're gonna be 39. You're gonna be 39 and 239. 9, 40. You're gonna be 241. You're gonna be 242. You're gonna be 243. You're gonna be 244. You're gonna be 244. Hit 4. You're gonna be 244 here. 5. You're gonna be 245. 6 here, and 47. You're gonna be 247. It's 6 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 8. You're gonna be 248. Hit 9. 9, 50. You're gonna be 251. Hit 1. You're gonna be 251 here. You're gonna be 250. And you're gonna be CA number 88. You're gonna be CA 88. I'll be the Smiley cattle. Off their mamas are all natural. Heifers are open when they get big enough now. 355. Yeah, 355. Here, you're going to be 355. At 355, 5, 5. You're going to be 355 here. You're going to be 355, 340. On 340, you're going to be 341. I'm going to be down 5, 7. You're going to be 50, 352. Hit 2. You get 352 and 5, 355, 7, 57, 60. You're going to be 360 on 2, 2, 2. And 65, 365, 387, 387, 70. You're going to be 370, 67. Now 70, 370, 70, 70, 67. You're going to be 70s here. You're going to be about 367. Mackie, I'm going to be 42. Mackie 42. On the big sisters, you're going to be 300. And 20 at 320. You're going to be 320. 320. Smiley cattle at 320. At 320. 320 to bid 20 to bound. You're going to be 320. 310. At 310. 11. 11 to bound. 310. 11. At 310. 11 up here. You won't try them here. At 310. 11. At 310. $3 1. You're going to be 3 1. Hit 1. And you're going to down 2. Through 2. Hit 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2, 2, 2. 3, 4. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 5 here. Down 7. Hit 10. Hit 12. 15. You're going to be 17. And 315. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 315. I'm going to be Troy. You're going to be 5X. You're going to be they're going to be boys now. You're going to be, you say bulls or Smiley cattle. On you're going to be you're going to be Celebrataire. On and you're going to go 300 and I want here to 65 and 365. You're going to be 5 here. You're going to be 365. Hit 5, 5, 5, 5. You're going to be 365. Now 7. You're going to be 7. 3. You're going to be 7 and 65. You're going to be 7 up here. I got a man here 65, 7, 365. You're going to be 7 up at 7 70 and 370 and 370. Hit 2. Hit 2. I'm going to be 75. I'm going to be 75, 70. 77. You're going to be 77. On 375, 77. You're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 375. I'm going to be Jerry on 4. You hit Jerry 4. They're bulls. He going to be him on 335. In 335, going to be 35 here. You're going to be 335. In 35, you 335 here. You're going to be 335 here. And you're going to go to 325. And 325 and 25 here. You're going to be 325 here. Now 6 higher. And 326. And now 25 here. Down 6 here. You're going to be a 7. You get 8. You 29. Going to be 30. Going to be 2. Going to be 330. 25. And 37. You're going to be now 40. You're going to be now 40. And 340. You 37. Going to be 40. You're going to be 337. 40. 337. I'm going to be Jerry. And number 4. You're going to be Jerry on number 4. He's a big old bull. You're going to be 310. Yeah, 310. You get 310, 10, 10. 310. Yeah, 310. You get 10. You're going to be 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310. You get 10. I'm going to be 10, 10, 10. And we're going to be $3 1. And 301. You get 1, 2. You're going to be 302. And I'm going to be here down now. 301, 2. You get 2. Hey, you're going to be 2 to be 2. 301, 2. 301, 2. 301, 2. 2, 2. 301. They're going to be CA 66. And they're going to be heifers. They're going to be good. They're steers. Be the Matthew cattle for you. They're steers. They're home raised. They got 2 round shots, guys. They're 60-plus days on the weaning. 60-plus days, and they're steers. If 432, if 432, and he's going to be 2 to be 2, and they're going to be 432. They're going to be 60-plus days, guys. 420, and I got a man down. 422. You get 5. You're going to be 425 here, and 425. If 425, 425 here, down 25. If 425, 5, 7. You're going to be down 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 35, 37. Hit 40. You're going to be 42, and 42, 45. If 45, and 45 here, down 47. If a 47, 50, 52, 55, 55, 57, 57, bit of a 7, bit of a 7. If 455, you're going to be 7 up here, you're going to be 455, and that's going to be Trent. You're going to be number 23, and you're going to be Trent on 23. Their steers are good. 60 days on 2 rounds in them. They're going to be hammered on 325. At 325 and 325, 6 here, not going to band. At 327 and 328, 9. You're going to be 30. You're going to be 31. You're going to be 32 and 33. You're going to be 34. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 36. You're going to be 37, 38. At 39, you're going to be 40. You're going to be 341. You're going to be 341 2. At 2, 3 and 44. You're going to be 45. You're going to be 46 here. You're going to be 47. At 48, 49 here, and 49. At 349, 8 and 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 348 and 9 and 9 and 9. You're going to be 348. And they're going to be Troy 65. Get Troy hanging in number 65. Oh, yearling heifers, 2 rounds in them. You're going to be on $3. You're going to be 301 at $3 and 1. You're going to be 301 bid, guaranteed to be open now. $3 1 at 301. 1 1 1. You're going to be 301 bid, 1 buy. You're going to be 301. It 1. You get 301 here. You're going to be 285, 8600. You're going to be 285, 600, 87. 88, 288, 89, you're going to be 90, you're going to be 291, you're going to be 292, you're going to be 293, you're going to be 293, hit 3, hit 333, and you're going to 93, 223, hit 93, 333, and you're going to 292, get him in 3, 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 292. I'm going to be Mackie, get him on 75. You hit Mackie 75. You hit Mackie 75. Their yearlings are open now. Do you get to be on 200 and on 1 here? Do you get to be, what'd you say? 42. I ain't gonna be 242. Hit 3. I ain't gonna be 243. Gonna be 243. Do it here 4. On 244. He gonna be 244. And I gonna be here down. Gonna be 244. Hit 4. You gonna be 244 here and 5. Gonna be 245 here down 6 here. Hit 46. You're gonna be now 7. And 248. You're gonna be 249. Gonna be down 249. Hit 9. 9 9 50. You're gonna be 250. 9 high 50. You're gonna be 50 50. Killing me here 51. Hit 1 half. 1 half 2 2 2 2 and high. Hit 3. I'm gonna go 3 and high. Hit 4 4 and 4. Hit 4 and a half and 4 and a half 5 and 55 5 5 and a half. Hit 6 here, $56 high. Hit 6 and a half and now 7. You're gonna be 7 high. Hit 7 high. Hit 7 and 8 8 8. Hit 8. 7 and 8 7 and 8 7 and 8. 257 50. I'm gonna be Troy and number 11. Nope. 9X and Preg. Troy 9X and Preg. You're gonna be yearling. He steered. Now you get here. You're gonna be what'd you say? 260. On 260. On 260. You're going to be spinning 1 time. You're going to be 260. On 260. Oh, yeah. Now it's going to be here. You're going to be 260. You're going to be 240. You're going to be 241. On 241. You're going to be 241 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be on 241. You're going to be $2 on 242. On 241 2. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 241 2. You're going to be 240. Money's in the hall. You're going to be 241 2. Hit 2. 2 2 2. You're going to be 241 2. 241 Frankie. Steer yearlings. So the red steer outside. You're going to be 275. Hit 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 252. Red steer outside. 5. On 255. 255. 7. You're going to be 60. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 70. Hit 2. You're going to be 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 77. 80. You're going to be 282. 85. 87. You're going to be 90. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 95. 95. 295. 292 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 292 and 5. You're going to be 292 and 2 and 5. 292. I'm going to be Todd. You're going to be 44. Todd 44. Hey, big knee here now. On you're going to be big knee, big stifle. I get here, down going to be 50 cents a pound. You have 50, you get 50, down 50 cents here, down going to be 50. You have 50 cents a pound, hand 50, hand 50, hand 25, and now 30, 35, 40, going to be fine now 50, fine, going to be 60, fine, going to be 70. It's 70, you're going to be 70, 70, 70, 65, 70, you're going to be 65, 75, 85, going to be 90, you're going to be $90, 10, 110, 20, 130, 140, 140, 140, 130, 40, 130, going to be 40, going to be 40, going to be 40, going to be 40, could have been 40, 130. Sam, are you at number one? +60 days, 2 rounds of shots at him. He steered. And he going to be on 330. At 330. At 330. Going to be 331. Going to go down to 32. 31 2. Get down to 22. 331. Going to be 23. And 33. 5. Going to be 37. Now 40. 342. 345. 7 of it. At 350. Now 2. 2. 2. 352. At 2. High going to be 2. 2. 2. You're going to be 352 and 2 and 2. You're going to be 352. 350. I going to be Todd. You get on number 6. You get on Todd 6. And you're going to be Bull 60 days on him, but you're down to 285, 85, going to be 285 here, now 7, you're going to be 287, not going to be out, on 285, 87 over 90, you're going to be 2, going to be 5, going to be 95, 97, 297, 95, 97, going to be 295, 97, going to be 295, 97, going to be 295, 97, get 3, get 3, 3, going to be 297, going to be 3, going to be 3, going to be 3, 297, CA 66. He's Bull, a little high in the back here now. 220. Hit 220. Hit 220. You're going to be 220. 20 to 20 to 220. You're going to 220. At 220. Hit $9.50. 150. Hit 150. 50. $150 bill. Now 5. 105. 105. 10. 15. You're going to be 20. 5. 35. 45. 50. 150. 150. 145. 50. 155. And 55. 60. 165. 165. 70. 175. 180. 185. 85. 90. 195. 195. 2. You get 205, could have been 10. Jerry on back in there, 15. Now 15. Yeah, 15. Yeah, 15. You're going to be 10. 15. You're going to be 210. And that's going to be Geronimo. Yeah, 210. Geronimo. Where'd you go, Jerry? You're going to be guaranteed to be open to you. You're going to be guaranteed open heifer. You're going to be 275. 275. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. It's 75. You're going to be 275 here. A wing now. 275. Open. You're going to be 275 here. You're going to be 275. 277. 277. I'm going to be here. I'm going to be 275. You're going to be 77. 80. 280. Hit 282. 82 to be 222. 282. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 282 and 2. You're going to be 282, you do it here, 282, 82, 22, you're going to be 280, Mackey, and get the number 62, Mackey 62, and Prager, please. Mackey 62, Preg. Our Bulls out, you're going to be 200, and I'm on here, you're going to be 40, 240, you're going to be 240, you bet, we can sell one of them. Hard to tell which one you like better, ain't it, Sam? Also, that big old stout yearling bull outside right there now. You're going to be 220. Hit 220. Hit 220. You're going to be 20 to 20. You're going to be 220. 220. Hit 220. You get $2 on 1. You're going to be $2 1. 201. You get 111. You're going to be 201. You're going to be 201. You're going to be 191. 191 2. And I got a van here down. 191 2. You get 222. 191 2. And I got a van down. 191. Now 2. You get 92 on the bull outside. 191 2. You get 2. High. Going to be 2. You're going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 191 2. 2 2. 191 2. Jerry on time. 192. 191. 15. You get them on set. 15. And you Get here. You're gonna be. He's a bull. I'm gonna be the bone. Set him a tear. I like him better. I'm 201 here. 40. Yeah, 240. You're gonna be 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 221. 221. And now 221 2. And 21 2. You get 221. You're gonna be 2. You're gonna be 23. 23. At 24. You're gonna be 24. You're gonna be 25. You're gonna be 25. And 26 here. You're gonna be 27. You're gonna be 27. You're gonna be 28. You're gonna be 28. You get 9. You get 9. 30. You're gonna be 30. And now 31. You're gonna be 31 here. Then you're gonna be and 32. And 33. And you're gonna be 33. 4. You're gonna be 34. You're gonna be 34. And 5. You get 35 here. You're gonna be 30. You got him there. You're gonna be 36. You get 37. You get 38. 940, you're gonna be 41, you're gonna be 41, and 241, you get 241 2, you're gonna be 243, you're gonna be 244 5 and 45, it's 750, you're gonna be 52, 55, 57, it's 60, 60, 60, you're gonna be 257, 60, you're gonna be 257, I'm gonna be Ruben, and number 2, Ruben 2, I'll settle Roper by the head right there now, on, you're gonna be 10, bit of a bone, set up a tear, got just touch of a blue eye, guys, never heard him, he won't run left, you get here, you're gonna be 10, bit of a bone, what'd you say? $1.50. I'm gonna weigh him to you. 150. Hit 150. 155. 155. 155. 155. Got him there. 155. 60. 160. Where's Sky? 165. It's 70. 175. 85. 85. 85. 81. 85. 90. 195. You do it here. 95. You're gonna be 2, 5, 10. 210. Get 10. You're gonna be 2 if I get a 10. Get a 10. Get a 10. Get a 10. 2 if I'm 10. Get 10. Where'd he go? You're gonna be 2 if I get a 10. Get a 10. Get a 10. You're gonna be 2 if I get a 10. 10. 10. You're gonna be 2 if 5. I'm gonna be Rob. You're gonna run 100. You'd Rob 100. You're gonna be sell it there. You're a heifer. You're gonna be guaranteed to be open to you. Cripple up, boys. You're going to be dollar bill. 202. You get 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 2, 2, 2, 2. You get down to 2. You're going to be 2, 2, 2. You're going to be on 50 cents pound. 2, 5, 7, 60. Now 60. 57, 62. You get 2, 5, 7, 2, 5, 85, 85, 95. You're going to be 95. Dollar. You get dollar bill. Dollar bill. Dollar bill. You get dollar. You're going to be 95. $1. And dollar. 95. Going to be dollar. You do it here. 5, 105, 10. 110. You get 10, 10, 10. 105. Going to be 10. You're going to be 10, going to be 10, 105, going to be 10, 105. I'm going to be Wonger X. You're going to be Wonger X. I'm big old cut man here. You're going to be on 300. And what'd you say? $3. One. Hit 301. You get 111. You're going to be 301 bid. One buy. You're going to be 301. You get 1. You're going to be 285. You're going to be 286 here and 85, 8600. 285. 86 here and 85 here and 8600. You're going to be 285, 67, 87, 8, 9. You're going to be 90. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 95. At 292. You get 5 here. You're going to be 292 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be hanging about 292. I'm going to be JW. You get number 5. You're going to be JW 5. I'll sheet heifer. You're gonna be $3 on her. You're gonna be 302 and 302. You 222. You're gonna be 302. You're gonna be 255, 255, 60. You're gonna be 260, 260. You're 55, 60. And I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be 65. You're gonna be 75, 280. You're gonna be 285 at 295. You're gonna be 295. You're 3, 5, 10, 10, 15. You're gonna be 20, 320. You're 15, 20. You're 315. You're gonna be 20. 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 315. I'm gonna be Mackie. I'm gonna be number 42. Mackie 42. You and Mackie 42. The Jennings cattle for you. I'll be Don Main's cattle for you. Don and Bonnie Main's cattle for you. There's about how many? Be 35 of these things sorted up for you. Guys are home raised. They got 2 rounds of vaccines. They're 45 days on the weaning now. All the heifers are going to be open. 355 is 60. You're going to be 360, 360, and 360. You get 360, 355, 60. They're weaned now. 355, 60, and 365, 365, 75, 375. Hit 80. You're going to be 380, 385. You're going to be 390. You're going to be 390. 85, 90. You're going to be 395. You're going to be 395. You get $4 on them. You're going to be 405. You're going to be 405. You get 5. You get $4 in Pine Town. 7, 407, 10, 410. You get 12, 15. You're going to be 12, 15. You get 15. Now down 17. You're going to be 17, 20, 420. You get 420. You get 420. 20 to be 22. 422. You get 2. You're going to be 2. Going to be 2. Going to be 2. 422. Both not here. 422 to be 2. 2 to be 2. 2 to be 2. 420. I going to be Jerry. Going to be on 3. He going to be Jerry on 3. And they're going to be 45 days. They're vaccinated. And they're going to be they're going to be 345. At 345, you're going to be 345 here. You're going to be 345. At 345, you get 57. You're going to be 347. Yes, 7 of it, 7 of it, 345 here. You're going to be 752, 57. There he is, 60. It's 62. You're going to be 65. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 70. And 72. You're going to be 75. You're going to be 77. At 377, you get 75, 77, 80. You're going to be 380. 382. 82 to be 25. You're going to be 385. 87. 87 of it, 7 of it, 385, 87. At 385, 87 up here. You're going to be 385, 87. You're going to be 385. 87, 385. I'm going to be Todd in 51. You're going to be Todd on 51. On heifers here look like yearlings now. They're going to be 45 days guaranteed open to you. You're going to be about 320. At 320, you're going to be 320 to 20 to you're going to be 320. At 320, 20, 20, 20, 45 days open now. 320. At 320, you're going to be 310. At 310, you get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 11. You're going to be 310, 11. At 310, 11, 12. You're going to be 12, 12. At 12, 13. You get 15. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 25. At 327, 27, 25, 7. At 325, you're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 325, 7. You're going to be 325. I'm going to be Todd. You're going to number same way there, 51. Todd, 51. They're steers. They got 45 days on them. $5 on them. You get $5. You get 555. You're going to be $5 here. You're going to be 5. You get 5. You get 5. You're going to be 482. You're going to be 482. You're going to be 482. You get 2. Boys ought to be there now. 482. You get 2. And 482 here. 2. 465. 70. 470. You're going to be 470. You get 75. 475. You get 475. 80. You're going to be 485. 485. You get 485. 90. 499. 90. 85. Going to be 90. You get 485 here. 90s here. You're going to be 485 here. 90s here. You're going to be 485. 90. You're going to be 485. I'm going to be Campo. I ain't going to on Camp on 0. You get on Campo. 45 days steers here. You're going to be 425. Yeah, 425. 425 here. You're going to be 7. 427. 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here. 425. You're going to be 7. And 420 wean now. 425. 7. At 27. 425 here. Todd, what do you think you're 7? 7. 7. 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 32. At 35. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 37. 40. At 2. I'm going to be 45. You're going to be 47. And 47. And for 45. 7. 50. And you're going to 52. You're going to 55. And 55. You get 55, 7, 7, 7, 7, bit of a 7, bit of a 7. It's 60. You're going to be 460. It's 462. You get 222, 462. I'm going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2, 460. And I'm going to be Campo. You get them on Camp on 0. 45 days on them, guys. You're going to be time, be 5 head here. You're going to be time, Salvatore. You're going to be time, you're going to be 370. You 2, 372, and 372, 2, 2, 5, 375, not going to van. And 375, 2 here, 5 here. You're going to 372 and 5. And 375, be no cheaper here now. 372, 375, and 372, 5 here. Money's right here on the wall now. 372, 375, and 375, 375 here, down 2 here, 5 here. You're going to be 375, 5, 5, 372, and 2 and 5. 372. I'm going to be Troy. And 55. Going to be Troy. 5-5. Don and Bonnie, thank you, folks. We appreciate you. Nice cattle right there, Don. I'll be the Walker cattle. They're home raised. 2-round shot, 60+ days on the weaning. The heifers are going to be open. Are you going to be 10? Salvatore. 300 and 155. At 355. You're going to be 355. 355. At 355. 60 days now. 355. At 355. You're going to be 355. At 355. 340. At 42. You're going to be 342. And I'm going to be 342. 5. And 45. You're going to be 345 here. And out here. You're going to be 345. At 205. You're going to be 342. You're going to be 5. Could have been 342 Mackey. I'm numbered. You're going to be say 42 Mackey 32. Mackey on 32. You gonna be heifers. You gonna be 60 plus days on them. On you gonna be you say 310. 310. You get 10. You gonna be 10 10 10. 310. At 310. I'm gonna be 10 10 10. 310 12. 312. 310 12. And I'm gonna be in here 12 12 12 15. You're gonna be 17. You're gonna be 20. 322. At 322. And 322. You do it here. 322. At 322. I'm gonna be 2 2 2. Gonna be 322. Gonna be 322. 320. I'm gonna be Todd 51. They're going to be 60 days open. On they're going to be 325. 325. You get 325 here. You're going to be 325. You're going to be 325. At 305. You get 5 here. You're going to be 305 here. You're going to be 305. You get 5. 5 5 5 5. Guaranteed to be open now. 305 and 305. Boys ought to be there now. 305. Yes, 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. 15. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 25. 7. Hit 30. You're going to be 32. You're going to be 32. Hit 5. You're going to be 35 here. 335. Hit 205. You get 330. 205 here. You're going to be hit about 332 and 2 and 2 and 5. 332. I get it Todd 51. Hit Todd. You hit 51. Todd on 51. Big sisters. You're going to be settlement there. On. I got to be here. Guaranteed to be open to you. On. You're going to be 296 here. 296. You get 96 here. You're going to be 95 here. You're going to be 6 here. And 60 plus days on them. 295. You get 6 here. You're going to be guaranteed to be open to you. You're going to be 281. 81. 2, 3, 5, 7, 90. Hit 90. You hit 92. You're going to be 92, 95. You're going to be 95, 95, 95. 97. You're going to be 297. You're going to be 295, 97. 295. You 7 up here. You're going to be 295, 97. You're going to be 295, 97. You're going to be 295. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to be number, you say 1X Preg. Troy, 1X Preg. 60-day bull, going to be 410. 410. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 410. You get 10. I'm going to be 10, 10, 10. 410. Boys out of there. 410. 60 days on him. 410. You get 10. I'm going to be 10, 10, 10. And 410, 12. 412. And you're going to go 412. And 10 here, 12 here. And 410, 12, 15. You get 15. You're going to be 17. You're going to be 20. You're going to be 22. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 27. You get 30. You're going to be 30, 30, 30. Down 2. You're going to be 35. And 35. You get 35 here. You're going to be 32, 35. 432, 35 here. You're going to be about 432. I'm going to be Trent 23. You're going to be Trent on 23. You Trent 23. Their steers 60 days. You're going to be on 385. You get 385. 85 here. Brandon, thank you here. Down 385. 85. 85 here. Steers and Wayne. 385. 85. 85 here. You're going to be 385 here. You're going to be 375. And 375. Hit 375. You're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 375. 77. 377. And 375. You're going to be 80. 382. You're going to be 385. 87. Hit 90. You're going to be 392. 395. You're going to be 397. At 395. 97. 395 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be 395. 97. At 395. You get 7 up here. You're going to be 395, 97. You're going to be 395. They're going to be Todd. Number 6. You get up on Todd, number 6. Their steers, they're going to be 60 plus days. Steers now. They're going to be 310. At 310. You get 10, 10, 10. 60 days on them, Mr. Camp. And 310. 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be 310, 10, 10. You're going to be 10. At 310. You get 10, 10, 10. You're going to be $3 1. At 301, 2. You're going to be 301, 2. You do it here. Down 302, 3. You're going to 303. Get 3. You get 333. Now you're going to be here down. You're going to 323. At 334. And you're going to 305. You get 555. 6 here. You're going to be 307. And 307. 7, 8. You're going to 309. Hit 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, you're going to 10, hit 10, 11, 3, 11, 11, about 3, 10, 11, 12, 8, 12, you're going to be 13, 13, 13, 13, hit 13, you're going to be 3, 12, you're going to be 13, 13, 13, you're going to be 3, 12, 13, 14, hit 14, 15, you're going to be 15, 16, you're going to be 16, 17, hit 17, hit 17, 17, 18, at 3, 18, 19, you're going to be 19, 19, 19, 3, 18, 19, 18, you're going to be 19, 3, 18, to be 19, to bound, you're going to be 3, 18, I'm going to be Camp, you're going to be on 75, you Camp on 75. Effort. Are you going to be on to the Maddox family, guys? Appreciate you. Walker. To the Walker family, guys, we appreciate you. These have been those good Maddox Charlets right here, but to the Walker family, appreciate you, folks. Nice cattle there. One home race, 2-round shot. She Yerlin, she's good now. You're going to be on 270. Hit 270. Hit 270. You're going to be 270, 70, 70. You're going to be 270. On 270. You're going to be 270 tier 1. You're going to be 270. Why? Hit 1, 1, 1. You're going to be 270. 1 bid, 1 buy. You're going to be 270, 1, 2. Hit 2. Hit 3. You're going to be 74. You're going to be 74. On 274, 5. You're going to be 75, 76 here. You're going to be 76. Who is that sitting by you? 77. It's 78. You're going to be 78, 9, 9, 9. It's 79. You're going to be 78, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 278, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 278. Not going to be. And negative on Troy. You at number 8. X. I almost charged them a different way. That seat you're sitting in. Negative be him. I'm going to go ahead and Prager, please. Prager, Troy. 8X, Prag. You're going to be home race, Yearling Steers, and they're big, stout, and good here now. You're going to be 10, you're going to be 262. Hit 2. I'm going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2. On 262, you're going to be 2, 2, 2, 2. I'm going to be 262, but on 262. Hit 2. I'm going to be 262, 55. On 255, I'm going to be 6 here, 56 hundred. Hit 55, you're going to be 6 here, you're going to be 255. On 255, you're going to be 6, 7, 257, you're going to be 258, you're going to be 259, 9, 9, 9, 60. You're going to be 261, you're going to be 261, 2. Hit 2, 2, 2, 3. 63 forward, down 64, 65, 65, 6 here, 67, 67, 8, yet 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 68, yet 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8, 267, 8, all out here, 267, 8, yet 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 267, negative T, I can get up on 78, T78. 2-round shots off their mamas. Are you going to be 2 rounds off the cows? Are you going to be the Charmison cattle? On, they're going to be 305. Hit 305. You hit 5 here. You're going to be guaranteed to be open now. 305. Hit 5. You hit 5 here. You're going to be 305. You're going to be 305. You're going to be 305. Hit 5. You hit 5 here. You're going to be 305 here. Down 6 higher. You're going to be 306. At 306. And now 6 here. 5 here. You're going to be 6 here. You're going to be 305 here. And 6 here. And 7. At 307. 8. You hit 8, 8, 8. And 308. You hit 7, 8. You're going to be 7, 8, 7, 8, 7, 8. You're going to be 307. 8, 8, 8, you're going to be 307. Mackey, I get up on 62. Mackey 52. Mackey 52. Mackey 52. Go ahead and prag them, please. Mackey 52. Prag and a guarantee. You're going to be heifer open. You're going to be 282. 82. I'm going to be 282. 282. Hit 2. I'm going to be 282. 71. You're going to be 271. Hit 1. You hit 111. You're going to be 271 bid. 1 buy. You're going to be 271. Hit 1. You're going to be 271. 271. 61. On 261. 1 1 2. Jerry, thank you to you. 261 2. 1 2. I'm going to be 250. You're going to be 251. On 251. 1 1 1. You're going to be 251 here. You're going to be 251. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 251 here, down 251. You're going to be 250. Jerry 22 and Preg. Get the home kettle. Guys are home raised. They got 2 rounds of vaccines in them. They're bunk broke, cake broke, 50 plus days on them. Heifers are going to be open to you. Are you going to be celebratory? 50 days, all the shots, and guaranteed open to you. I ain't going to be 320. At 320, you hit 320, you're going to be 320, you're going to be 320. At 320, you hit 320, 20, 20, 21, you're going to be 321. At 321, 2, you're going to be 2, 3, you're going to be 5, you're going to be 7, you're going to be 30, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 5. Hit 37, 40, you're going to be 340, you're going to be 340. At 37, 8, you hit 38, 8, you're going to be 38, 338, you hit 7, 8, you hit 338 here, 9, 39, 9, 9, 40, you're going to be 341. Hit 1, 2, you're going to be 42, 2, 2, 2, 340, 1, 2, 340, 1, 2, I'm going to be 2, 2, 2, you're going to be 341, Todd, get up on 51, Todd, 51. And their heifers, they're going to be 50 plus days on them, guys. They're guaranteed open to you now. You're going to be down, you're going to be $3, 1, you're going to be 301, and 30301. You get 111, you're going to be $3 and 1. At 301, 111, you're going to be 301 here, you're going to be 291, you're going to be 291. Hit 91, you're going to be 291 bid, 1 buy. On 271. On 271. You're going to be 271 bid. 1 by 2. You're going to be 272. Hit 3 and 5. You're going to be 75 here. Down 77. Hit 80. You're going to be 282. You're going to be 285. You're going to be 287. You're going to be 290. You're going to be 290. Hit 2. You're going to be 292. You're going to be 292. At 290 is high. 25. You're going to be 295. You're going to be 97. 297. At 297. 95. 97. You're going to be 295. 97. You're going to be 295. I'm going to be Todd 51. You're going to be Todd 51. On their big sisters. You're going to be Celebratier. You're going to guarantee to be open to you. 265, 265. You're gonna be 65 here. You're gonna be 6 here, sad. At 267, now 6 here. You're gonna be 7. You're gonna be 7. Gonna be 7. 267. At 267, you get 8. 8, 9, 9, 9, 70. You're gonna be 271. You're gonna be 272, 273 and 4. It's 75. You're gonna be 76 here. You're gonna be 277, 278. You get 8. 78, 9, 9, 9, 80. You're gonna be 280. At 281, you're gonna be 281. On 280, 1, 1, 1. You're gonna be 281 bid, 1 by. You're gonna be 280. I'm gonna be Troy 1X, and go ahead and preg them, please. Troy 1X, preg a guarantee. You preg on a guarantee. They're going to be steers. They're going to be bulls. They're bulls to you. They're going to be 50 days. Guys getting a mix. I believe they're both steers and bulls here. Think they're all steers? Jonathan, what do you think? There is one bull now. Get them all. You're going to beat him. You're going to be Silvertear. You're going to beat him. You're going to throw 5. Hit 305. You hit 5 here. You're going to be through 5 here. Down 50 plus days on them. You're going to be through 5. Hit 5. You hit through 5 here. You're going to be through 5, 5, 5, 5, 7. And 307 of it. 7 of 5 here. You're going to be 7 up here. You're going to be through 5, 7. Jonathan, you on trial. And through 5. You're going to be 7 up here. Down 10. You're going to be 13, 10, 10. And through 10. You hit 10. I'm going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. And through 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 10. 307. CA. Get them on 66. Steer 50 plus days. Hey, gonna be 350. Yeah, 350. And you're gonna get 50. And you're gonna get 50 to 50 to pound. And you're gonna get 350. And 350. Yeah, 350. And you're gonna get 335. Yeah, 35. 50 plus days. 37. Yeah, 35. 37. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be 7 up here. You're gonna be 35 here. You're gonna be 7 up 7 pound. You're gonna be 335 7. And 337. Do it here. And 335. You're gonna be 7. You do it. And 37. Hit 40. There he is. 40. Hit 40. Hit 40. And now 2. Gonna be 42. 3 and 43. In 43 and 43 4. Gonna be 45. Gonna be 45 in 45. He is 6 here and 47 in 47 8. He gonna be 49 9 9 9 50. Yeah, 50 and gonna get 49 50 and gonna get 349. Gonna be Troy. And number you say and gonna get 5. You Troy 5. You're going to be ham, going to be down, Cemetery, steer here, and you're going to be one of the 50 plus days. $3. One, you're going to be $3. 1 and 301. And you're going to 2, 302, 1 2, 1 2, and 301 2. Take that 1 hive, and 301 hive, and you're going to hand 301 here and half here, and you're going to 301. Hit 2 2 2 2 2, and you're going to 301. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to 165. You're going to 1 Troy. You're going to 165. There are black steers in the ring, guys. Pay attention down here. Quit your talking up there and be looking in the ring. Charmerson cattle. Off the count, 2-round shots. So you're gonna be 10, you're gonna be 10, but on 302 and 302. You get 2. You're gonna be 222 and you're gonna 302. You get 2. I'm gonna be 225. Gonna be 305 here. Thank you, Tom. 305 7 and 307. You're gonna be 10, 310, 12, 312. And you're gonna get 13. Now 14, 14, 15. You 15. You're gonna be 16. You're gonna be 17, 18, 318, 19, 319, 20, 321. You're gonna be 22, 322, and 322, 3. You're gonna 23, 203. 322 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 322. I gonna be T60. T60. Why you get up on T60? To the Charmerson family, guys. Appreciate you folks. Nice cattle right there down. Scott Holm, we thank you as well. Nice cattle you sent there. Be Martin Moore's cattle. Home raised, no implants, 2-round shots, 60 plus days on them. They all going to be steered to you. You're going to be at him, but on 374. 374. You get 4. You're going to be 374. You're going to be 374. You're going to be 374. You get 4. You're going to be 374 and 4. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 75. It's 77. You're going to be 80. You're going to be 382. You're going to be 385. You're going to be 387. You get 90. You're going to be 392. Wayne now 92, 95. At 395. You're going to be 395 here. 205 here. Now 7. At 397. 4 bucks on them. 42. 402. You get 5. You get 405 here. Now 2 to 5. You get 405. You get 5 here. 205 here. You're going to be 402. You're going to be 5. 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 402. I'm going to be Brandon. You're going to be 55. Brandon. 55. I'm be the big brothers here. You're going to be still home raised guys. Still 60 plus days on them. You're going to be 345 and 345. You get 5 here. You're going to be about 345 here. Then time you're looking here. You're going to be 345 and 345. 45 here. You're going to be about 345 and 340 and 340 and 341. You're going to be 341 bid 1 by 41 and 341 2 2 2 2 2 5. You're going to be 345. You're going to be 347. You're going to be 350 and 352 2 2 2 2. You're going to be 352 and 2 to be 2. 352. Hit 2. You're going to be 2 to be 2 and 352. Do it here. Down 5 and 355 5 55 9 2 3 4 and 54 and 54 and 354. Hit 4 and 54 and 354 and 353. I'm going to be Troy. I'm going to number. You're going to be number 65. You're going to be Troy 65. Oh, see Yerlin. Are you going to be to the Moore family? Really, really nice cattle right there, guys. We appreciate you. She's Yerlin. She's guaranteed open. All the shots in her now. You're going to be 320. Yeah, 320. Hit 20, 20, 20. You're going to be 320. At 320. 20 to be 20 to 1. You're going to be 320. At 320. You're going to be 320. 310. At 310. You get 310. 310. 10, 10, 10. You're going to be on 3 bucks 1. At 301. You get 1 1. You're going to be 301 here. 291. You get 91. You get 291. You're going to be 291. You're going to be 291. You get 1. You're going to be 281. You're going to be 281. 81. You're going to be 281 bid 1 by Mackie. Looking here. You're going to be 271. And down 2, down 273. You're going to be 273, and I'm going to be here down 273. And 3, and you're going to go 273, and you're going to go 273. You're going to 273, 33, and you're going to go 272. I'm going to be Jerry 22 and Preg. On his steer, he going to be Celestier here. He going to be him right off the cow. And he going to be him with a bit of on. And you're going to go to 313, 15, 15, and you're going to go to 13, and you're going to go to 15, and you're going to go to 313, 15, and 313, and you're going to go to 15, and you're going to be down 310, and 310. You get 10, 10, 10, you're going to go down 310, 11, 311, 11, 5, at 310, 11, at 310, 11, 11, 5, 311, at 310, 11 up here, 11, 11, 5, you're going to be 310, 11, 310. I'm going to be Troy, hanging up at number 5, you're going to be Troy 5. Hey, and what are they on Belted Galloway? And get here, they're going to be Seth. If you need the bull, take home, put on your cows. There he is. And he's going to be him, but a bit of on son of a tear. He's going to be big old stout thing now. He's going to be, you say, $2 1 at 201. You're going to be 202. And you're in there. 202, 3, hit 3, 5. You hit 205 here. You're going to be 205. Hit 5. You're going to be 205 here. CA, what do you think here? You're going to be 203, 205. Hit 5. You get 2 and 3 and 4. You hit 204. Hit 4. And 3 here, 4 here. You're going to be 2, 3, 4 here. You're going to be 2, 3. You're going to be 4. 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 203. Sam, you get him on straight. You get him on Sammy straight. And you're going to be, he's a bull. You're going to be, what's that? Hey, steer, and so let's steer right there. On, you're going to be down, 277, and 80. You're going to be 280, you're going to be 282, you're going to be 282. Did you do it here? You're going to be 282. Hit 2. I'm going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, going to be 2, you're going to be 282, 82, and I'm going to be 282, you're going to be 282, on 282. I'm going to be 222. He's steer now, 282. Hit 2, 222, you're going to be 282, you're going to be 270, on 270. You're going to be 270, you're going to be 270, 270. Hit 2. I'm going to be 272, and I'm going to be here, I'm going to be 272. Hit 5, 275, I'm going to be 277, 277, you get 75, 77, you're going to 275, 77, you're going to 275, 77, 275. Mackie, you get number 65. On he bull, going to be long-tailed yearling here, going to be 310 and 310. You get 10, 10, 10, and 310 and 310. You get 10, 10, 10, you're going to be 310, 10, 10, at 310. High going to be 10, 10, 10, you're going to be $3 1 at 301. You get 1, 1, 1, you're going to be 301 bid, 1 buy, you're going to be 285, 87, 90, you're going to be 2, you're going to be 5, you're going to be 7, you're going to be 3, you're going to be 3, at 297, 3, now 3, 2, you're going to be 302, you're going to be 302, get 2, I'm going to be 222, got him there, you're going to be $3 here and 2 here, you're going to be 302, 2, 2, you're going to be $3, and I'm going to be Mackie. I ain't going to be on 65, Mackie 65. Be the Bagel Cattle guys, home raised, round of shots. They're long time yearlings now. On you gonna be at bit of on 320. Hit 320. You 20, 20, 20 yearlings. How you gonna be 320? At 320. You 20 to bit 20 to bomb. You gonna be 320. You're gonna be 320. At 320. He 310. At 310. You 10 yearlings now. 310. Hit 310. How you gonna be 10, 10, 10, 310, 305. At 305. You hit 5 here. You gonna be 305. Down 6 here. 306. He 305 here. Down 6 higher. At 305 in now 6 here. Yes sir, I got you. At 305. You're gonna be 6 here. You're gonna be now 7. You 307. 7 to 8. 8 8 9 9 high. Hit 309. You hit 9 9 38 9 9 9 9 3 9 10. Hit 10. You hit 10 11. 311. 11 11 about 310 11. At 310. 11 up here. 310 11. I'm gonna be on 310. I gotta be Troy 65. Troy, nope. Troy number 7. Please and thank you. You are welcome. On the beat hand steer yearling. On the beat hand home raised long yearling steered. He gonna be 312 and 312 and 312 and 312 and $3 on him. One. Hit Tom. He's a yearling now. $3 one. Hit one and 301 1 1 1. You're gonna be 301. Hit two. Gonna be 302. Gonna be 2. Gonna be 2 2 2 301. Gonna be 2 and 301 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 2. You're gonna be 301. You're gonna be 2. Gonna be 2 2 2 301. I gonna be Troy. Hit number 9. Troy number 9. Troy number 9. Troy 9. You're going to be little heifers. You're going to be Dale, you sitting here with us? If you're watching online, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Be the Woolridge Cattle. There he is. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Woolridge Cattle. Off their mamas, all natural to you. Heifers are going to be open if you need them to be. You're going to be hammered on 340. You're 340. You're going to be 340 to 40 bomb. You're going to be 340. At 340. You're going to be 340. You're going to be 341. You're going to be 3 5. You're going to be 7. You're 50. You're 2 2 2 2 5 here. 355 7. And now 60. And now 2 362 65 65 7. You're 70 372 372. At 372. I'm going to be 222. You're going to be 372 and 2. You're going to be 372. 2 to be 2 2 to be 2. Now here. You're going to be 372 370. I'm going to be Seth. You're going to be 4X. Heifers off their mamas, all natural here now. Are you going to be hand with a bit of fun? 312. You said open. You're going to be open to you. And you're going to go to 312. You're 312. And you're going to go to 312, 13. And you're going to go to 13, 13. 312. And you're going to go to 13, 14. 14, 15. You're 15. You're 15, 15, 15, 16. You're going to be 16, 17, 18, 18, 19. You're going to be down 20. 321. You're going to be 22. 323. You're going to be 24. You're going to be 25. You're going to be 26 here. You're going to be 27. You're 28. You're going to be 29. You're going to be 29. 328, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You're going to be 328. I'm going to be Troy. You're going to be number 5X. You're going to be on Troy. You're going to be on number 5X. Heifer open. He gonna be hammered on 280. 280. He gonna be 280. You're gonna be 280. You're gonna be 271. 271. 111. You're gonna be 271 bid. One bid. You're gonna be 271. 271. You hit 111. You're gonna be 260. You hit 112. 12. 261. 261. 111. You're gonna be 261 bid. One bid. You're gonna be 260. Jerry 22 and Preg. They're bulls. Take $4 on them. Now 2. Hit 402. High gonna be 2, 2, 2. You're gonna be $4 and 2. Down 2. Hit 402. You hit 2, 2, 2. You're gonna be 402. You're gonna be 42. Hit 402. Trent, you like them? You're gonna be 385. Hit 385. 7, 87. I got them in here. 90. You're gonna be 392. You're gonna be 392. Hit 2. I'm gonna be 222. You're gonna be 392. You're gonna be 392. Hit 2. I'm gonna be 222. You're gonna be 392. You're gonna be 390. Mackie. I'm gonna be number. You're gonna be. You say you're gonna be 35. Mackie 35. You hit Mackie 35. They're bulls. You're going to be 372. Hit 2. How you going to be 222? You're going to be 372. Hit 2, 2, 2, 2. You're going to be 372 and 2. 355, 7. 372, 5. And 372 and 5. You're going to be 375 here. You're going to be 375 and 372. 5, 7, 82, 82, 82, 82. And 385, 85, 85, 85. And 385. 2, 0, 5 here. You're going to be 382 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 382, 5, 5, 5, 382. I'm going to be Jerry. And number 4. You're going to be Jerry on 4. You're gonna be. What do you think now? 1 by 2 plus, guaranteed off the Troy, 5 double X's. 240. You get 240. He gonna be 2. He gonna be 242. On 242. 2 5. Gonna be 7. Gonna be 50. Gonna be 2. Gonna be 5. Gonna be 7. Gonna be 60. You get 2 2 5 here. 7 up here. 70 72 2 2. On 272. I gonna be 2 2 2 2. They're gonna be 272. I'm gonna be 272 and 2 and 2. They're gonna be 270. I gonna be Trent. Get up on 24X. Trent 24X. She's a 1 by 2. Guaranteed off the Jerry 22s. 230. You're going to be 231. I'm going to be here down 2. You're going to be 232. 231. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 2. Get 2. I'm going to be 231. You're going to be 23. You're going to be 35. You're going to be 37. You're going to be 240. You're going to be 240. Get 42. You're going to be 245. You're going to be 247. You're going to be 250. You're going to be 252. You're going to be 252. I'm 252 and 5. 5 5 5. 252 0 5 here. You're going to be 252 and 2 and 5 here. You're going to be 252. And I'm going to be Rob 111. Rob 111. You're going to be 1 by 4. Off the Troy 1X's. You're going to be on $2 on her. You get $2 one. You're going to be $2 here, 1 here. You're going to be $2 one. You're going to be 2 1. Get 1 1 1 1 1. You're going to be $2 and 1. You're going to be 175 77 175. You're going to be 77 1 by 4 now. 175 177 82 85 87 90. You're going to be 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. Get 2. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 7. You're going to be 10. You're going to be 12. You're going to be 15 15. Get 17. You're going to be 17 20. You're going to be 2. Now 25 here. You're going to be 25 7. Get 27. You're going to be down 30. You're going to be 5. You're going to be 230. Hit 40, you're going to be 5, you're going to be 245, 50, you're going to be 250, and 250, 5, you're going to be 255, you're going to be 255, and 255, 255, sir, you're going to be 255, 60, and 260, and 260, 260, 55, 60, you're going to be 255 here, and 60 here, you're going to be 255, you're going to be 60, 255, 60, 255, and how do we charge in there? I'm sorry, Cedro. She was bred. Yeah, she's guaranteed to be bred, Rob. We're fine. She was a bred heifer. He didn't know. One by 4 plus off the Jerry 22s. Oh, Salvatore. 220. You get 220. You get 220. You're going to be 220. 220. At 220. You're going to 22. And you're going to 225. You're going to 225. And now 7. 227 to 30. You're going to be 232. You're going to be 235. You're going to be 235. 7. At 237. 40. You're going to be 242. You're going to be 242. 5. You're going to be 247. At 247. You get now 50. You're going to be 250. At 247. 50. You get 50 to be 50 to buy. 247. You're going to be 50. You're going to be 247. 50. You're going to be 247. I'm going to be Geronimo. That's it. That's all. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you back next week.